Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? This your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. I'm gonna give y'all some time to tune in. If you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Definitely share this video because it's about to go down tonight. So, it's an older returning family. Y'all already know peace and blessings. I hope everybody had a blessed and a productive Sunday. Hope everybody was safe. Hope everybody's home safe and sound. As you see the title, you know, it is what it is, and it's about to be an open panel for this because I really want to get everybody views and opinions. Chill Will, salute. YKTV, salute. I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit, but I definitely want to touch up on this topic tonight. And this is something that should be awareness for everybody, whether you got kids, whether you guardians to kids, or you just around kids on a daily. Period. If you ain't feeling this tonight, I don't know what you feeling. Hey, perpetual blessings, sis. Carlton, Miss Eve, blessings. Glad y'all could tune in. Like I said, this is definitely something that needs to be spoken about, and this is something that needs, it needs everybody's attention. Despite everything going on right now, this is something that we really need to figure out a solution, and we definitely got to start making moves on this. You know, kids are being attacked on all angles. It's bad enough social media is doing it, but then now we got just thinking about real time. Forget just social media. Think about real time. Think about how many kids is probably being harmed right now. We don't know. Or if we do know signs of it, we not saying nothing, no, we not stepping up on it. And that's the truth right there. You know, at some point, us as the adults, us as the community, we really got to protect these kids, man. And I keep stressing this because it's the truth right now. They already being subjected to enough as it is. You got some kids who are coming from backgrounds where it might seem normal, but don't be surprised. That is something hideous going on behind the scenes. How many stories we done heard about kids being molested, being raped, and even being abused by family, friends to the family, so on and so forth. You got some kids who are coming from backgrounds where if the parents are alcoholics, they are not paying attention to their kids at all. If they on hard drugs and alcohol, they definitely not paying attention to their kids because it's all about the party. You know, it's all about the partying. It's all about the thrill of just getting drunk and getting that type of high, socializing if you want to call it that. But you still supposed to pay attention to your kids. You have some kids who are being abused on a daily, and even when they are trying to speak about it, some adults are not even really listening to it. They're not taking heed to it, and they act like they don't see the warnings. And this is the type of stuff you hate to hear. This is the type of stuff that you don't, you know, you feel like you don't want to tackle, but you're gonna have to tackle this at some point because it's a critical situation going on out there when it comes to these kids, and that's a whole fact right there. Like I said, we as a community, we didn't allow certain things to happen, especially to the kids. And now I feel like the humanity and the morality definitely done left. Sometimes you can see signals of something going on with a kid. It don't take that much to see it, you know. Sometimes you really have to get the attention and you got to sit them down and talk and see what's going on, get to the root of everything. You know, you got some people who are scared to go to their parents, and it's not for bad reason, but sometimes they don't know how the parents are going to react. But as parents, you're supposed to always make sure, regardless of what's going on, you keep a level head and you figure out what you're gonna do from there on. You know, there's no way in the hell it be this type of thing going on day in and day out, and nobody is seeing or stepping on that. But y'all worried about all the celebrity gossip. You worried about things that really don't matter. You worried about beefing. You worried about other shit that really doesn't matter at this point. Like I said, it's already a spiritual war going on out here, and in real time, it's still stuff going on. They are trying to put different things in our view, so we defer from everything else that we supposed to really be standing on. These kids are important, and we are supposed to be fucking fighting for them. We are supposed to be the front line of defense, and when they get to a certain standpoint, they supposed to be right along with us. If not, they supposed to be carrying the torch. You hate hearing stories like that. You hate hearing, oh, you know, you finding out somebody been molested this whole time. Or some people are finally just coming out the woodworks and saying stuff. And it's not because they ain't want to say it back in the day. Some people was just honestly scared. And if you got people that's not believing them on that same token too, then how the hell do you expect them to get better? How the hell do you expect them to move forward in life? How do you expect them not to have some sort of psychological trauma? Again, sometimes the what? The abused become the abusers. Hurt people hurt people. Always remember that. You know, old head salute. Like I said, you gotta definitely be mindful, not just of the things that you say and do, not just on here, but in real time. And you really gotta fucking make sure that these kids is good. Like they shouldn't have to worry about, damn, nobody cares about me. Damn, like nobody's gonna believe what's going on with me. Damn, nobody's gonna really fight for me. Come on. Hold on, bro. I got you. You know, you gotta really think about that. These kids is in harm's way on all angles. They are being attacked more than the adults. The adults is just being a part of the stupid shit, but we should really be a part of the solution of helping these kids who might need that help. You know, gotta definitely do that. That's why I said it's getting ridiculous now. Nobody should have to worry about these type of things going on, but these are things that need to be tackled. While everybody else is focusing on shit, I'm focusing on what really counts right now. And these kids are not just the future, but they also are supposed to be that borderline of defense as well. Like I said, how the hell do you sit here and think it's cool to not try to stand and help these kids, especially the ones who are being traumatized, whether they at home or they elsewhere? Hold on, oh, I got you. Shit, acting stupid. Hold on.
What it
What's
do?
good, brother? What's good, bro?
Hey, what it do, man? Hey, this is a great show, man. A great motivation for me.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Likewise, likewise. I'm a big fan of independent thought, what people are thinking. I'm in the gathering intel because that's what they're doing to you.
Yeah.
I had a show earlier. I had a show earlier
Yeah.
today. It was the theme was is racism Satanism because it's in this trail that we follow. At the end, oh, he was just a racist. But at the end, he was just a, you know what I'm saying? But it's, I'm talking not violently attacking people. I mean, through the system. You get attacked through the system. They'll take your kids.
Yeah.
Like from that perspective, they're doing the same goddamn thing they did at that time. And nothing has changed. It's just been more slicker. Now, the awareness is up on something like that, right?
Yeah. Ride a
But
salute, bro.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, Nate.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. I'm just a common sense, common logical type of nigga. So, like I said, I know
That, that, that,
everybody
that,
has their no, but I'm gonna be
that-
honest with you. It ain't nothing that I'm borderline there, but I'm not there. I just look at certain things from what it is from my perspective, and I give the overall knowledge on it.
with the information given.
The information I'm giving tonight is how do we help these kids, especially the
Okay,
kids that need the help.
to help kids, man, you got to tell them the truth and the knowledge. But they feel betrayed. Right? So imagine you never felt the feeling of betrayal,
Yeah,
and you betrayed as a child. I don't know if it was a basketball player or, you know what I'm saying, someone that he looked up to. You know what I'm saying, died or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a they can also do that for adults.
yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
But
it's a look. A lot of things going on is it's sponsored by. Okay, look, like I said, I did a show on whether racism is Satanism. The only reason I made the show was so that kids could look at that logically or find some logic
yeah,
on why these things are happening because it seems as though uh, no one is in control of it. How can a grown person be under kind of any kind of peer pressure from free thought? Are you still
exactly.
following me? Are you still following me? I'm just philosophizing, but I'm just saying. Um, Peer pressure after a certain age is an excuse, just like racism or a lot of these common problems that we have is encouraged by people who don't like us. Let me ask you a
But
question, Nate. Let me ask you a question.
uh,
Oh man, this is a yes or no. Okay, hold on. I'm dealing with this.
yo, ABG, salute, bro.
Hey man, I got Achi gelato, and I have something called Fruit Loops. I ain't even busted open yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, but anyway, I'm blowing good. You have to bear with me. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this: the oppression that black people are under, white people are under the same oppression not to think for themselves. There's my conspiracy theory. Give me an honest opinion on that. I'm just running it by you. It's a conspiracy theory. That what I'm saying is, it if they were serious people that wanted to help black people that were white, according to the dynamic of the United States of race, could they not have company come over there and help them? No, but they could support Black Lives Matter, which is a cash cow.
well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't support Black Lives Matter. Now, hold on one second. I'm gonna do this tonight too. Fair use for educational purposes. This is just my view and opinion on it.
It's
I never did
educational.
believe it. Yeah, but I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never believed in it all at all because, like I said, if Black lives really mattered at one point, we would stop killing each other.
I'm,
Period.
I'm,
But
I'm,
that's
I'm,
just the general. That's just the general thing. Period. To me, you
yeah.
have some people who was on the front lines that really was trying to make some sort of change, but everybody else was just. If it ain't about something of notoriety, if it's not something big in the headlines, they wasn't talking about it. Like I said,
Okay.
where these some of these Black Lives Matter when you got some of these kids who are really going through the shit right now as far as they're being attacked at home, they being attacked in their area. Some of them up to the point
Yep.
of doing
Yep.
certain things. That's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, I'm already there to a degree.
Hmm. Um, you need to have some kind of think tank. People who are not sugar coated. Look at the facts. You got to deal with their facts, and then you got to come back correct. And you got to, black people need a mob, man, straight up, interested in you surviving.
Yeah.
And I go for the other people. Everybody got a mob but you. A mob is simply people sticking together.
Facts. If it's
You
the
know, and,
common
and, you
goal.
know, but people think of mobs, they think of Suge Knight and all that. But um, like I said earlier, I had a show on is racism, Satanism, and me, man, I'm all over the place, right?
Yeah.
No one really commented on the topic, but the question remains: I said this for kids to look and look. All your emotions have to be attached to logic. That's from Neely Fuller. You gotta check him out, man. He's great. He's still alive.
Hmm.
But he said any person, you got to move right. You got to move right, and that's the basis of his book and what he's saying. You got to deal with the factors and move right. He said. A lot of people talk greasy, right?
Yeah.
But they should be practicing talking good in front of a judge
Right.
because at the end of the day, and when you got to represent yourself, and they ain't really looking at, I got homies looking at time right now. I'm like, man, with 50, man, he was still looking. I'm like, like, just I told him you got to get off on technicality or something, man. You need to pay your lawyer. Excuse the noise over here. It's Sunday.
How you talk about noise, but it's coming from my end too. I got dirt bikes
Okay.
and everything else riding up the block. City life,
Man,
brother.
hey, the dirt bike wasn't from your side; it's from my side.
Dirt bike really just ran past my building. I had to mute the mic real
Man,
quick. That shit
hey,
was loud. I don't like that.
yeah, I don't like it either. But what bothers me is slow ass loud shit like them Hardys.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on with that shit. That shit's annoying as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute Nate. Salute your skills, man. Salute your crew. What you're trying to do, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. Because at the end of the day, this is something like I said that at some point everybody should really be up in arms against, man. Like I said, I strongly feel any type of harm towards any type of kid. I don't care. Like I said, until you are of a certain age, you still not mentally developed. Any type of
That's right.
psychological trauma until you turn a certain age that will fuck
Yeah.
you up and shape your life.
Hey. America's born on disrespect. So what is a healthy lifestyle?
The healthy lifestyle, in my opinion, is overall having a clear, conscious mind and getting back to them things we once had before as a community. Making sure we raising these kids right, regardless
Yeah,
to what,
yeah,
whether
yeah,
they
yeah.
are kids or not.
Yep, because we have. Hey, man, I don't know if you know this, man, but you ever heard of the Tao or the I Ching?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it to a degree, not all of it.
You know where the Yin Yang or the Yin Yang come from.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I read the whole thing, both books, and then I went and got the Chinese version, and then I went and got, you know what I'm saying? I could not get enough of it, man. It's a whole different perspective on. It's based more on balance and creativity, things like that. But you will be more happy with a nice, simple life than you were if you was rich,
yeah. No,
depending on
and
who
that's
you
what
are.
I'm saying. That's the part I do believe in. That part of
Yeah.
the right there I believe in. Like at the end of the day, you can be the richest person in the world, but guess what? You can't take that with you in the afterlife. And
Hmm.
number two, what's the purpose of you having all the riches if you're still not happy? If you're not happy within yourself. So listen,
Yeah.
I look at it. I just always hit shit from a different perspective, but it's still the same common goal at the end of the day.
I appreciate that. Foundation is solid.
Yeah, because I just have common, not just common knowledge, or common morals and decencies. Like I said, anytime you are fucking presenting danger to these kids the way it could possibly shape their shit for the bad, you know you're not doing the job.
Okay.
You failing.
Let me give you a conspiratorial view of what you just said. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? The kids are not getting the proper things to look up to.
Yeah,
and ordinary life is boring to them because of the slavery hoodoo.
that's
That
part of
makes
it.
sense. That's
But
part of
wait, no, no, listen, that's part of it. But then guess what? Now, watch how I counteract this. Um, how long are we going to sit here and continue to play victim to certain things when we should just have common sense?
Well, my message to
How long are we
kids
going
would
to keep
be,
playing?
the message to
Wait,
kids, my message to kids is they have to be, they got to learn how to network at an earlier age.
exactly. But then again,
I
how
like,
can you network amongst
I think,
people that got that? How can you listen? My fault. How can you network around people when you got people? Prime example, like I said, even with this internet, you got some kids who probably white and want to fucking try to maneuver and network in a positive way. But how can they do that when you got some grown men and some grown women on here acting like children themselves?
yeah, but if it wasn't you
And
saying
even
this,
then,
hey, you can handle this. You yourself, sir, your skills, you can handle it. I'm just saying, your
go ahead,
skills,
bro.
you can handle it. I mean, it's not a, but dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to answer that because people come in drunk, people come in this and that, they want to roast, or people come in this and that. It is, you know, but you have a pretty solid ground there.
Yeah, because I stand on my principles. Listen, Mama and Papa did not motherfucking give birth to a dude that was going to be a sucker for anything. So
Yep, yep,
sorry, I call it like I
yep.
see it. I call it
I,
spade and spade. And at the end of the day, my morals will stay the way it fucking is. Right? And when it's coming to these kids, that's something I stand on. I
I
seriously.
had to write down. I had to write down at a certain age. Think for yourself. Well, I feel like they was coming for me, man. Before they had words for gaslight and Illuminati. Does that make sense?
It
Before they
kind of
had these
does.
words, before they had words for what was going on now, which is they have words for it now.
Yeah.
I'm going through all of that, and put it this way, I was trying to break out of the bubble of knowledge that I was in.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, no, no. That part I get. My fault because at first it was cutting in and out on my end.
Oh, okay,
We got
but yeah,
nah, because we got another building directly against from me. So I think we be fucking. And I ain't even using Wi-Fi. It's the sad part. Like I'm telling you, it be
I gotta
trash
take
sometimes.
mine off, man. And that Spectrum bullshit, that's shady as fuck.
Yeah. Nah, but this is what I'm saying all in all. Again, the kids are supposed to be protected. Yeah, they supposed to have some sort of free range of thought. But then again, they gotta still have the guidance and the protection from the community as a whole, bro. Because it's like I said, there are kids right now that you'll see day in and day out. Some of them might not present that face that something is going on, but then you got some of them that'll tell you right off the rip. Look at their face like, damn, something going on. Especially when you're supposed to be in a happy mindset. You're a kid. You're supposed to be in a happy mindset. And even the days that you are sad, it's not supposed to be to a point where you look like you're ready to either do something to yourself or somebody else. That's what I'm saying. When we see the signs as a whole, we supposed to jump on that. Period. You know.
Okay, other people do that, but they had a code.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And life is a little bit more precious. But the shit going on now is someone is in control of this shit. All I'm saying is everything has been planned. It's almost like an extortion of the general public. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they do. J.
Yeah.
Cole, salute.
Whatever's going on is made to affect the masses now. Whoever's pulling those strings, that's who we need to talk to.
And sadly
But
enough, the ones that are pulling those strings are adults. So, like I said, we supposed to attack even them,
yeah, they're not
especially if
acting
you are
like
doing harm towards a
yeah,
kid.
yeah. How disappointed would you be if you found out the true leadership is more immature than the trolls on your chat?
I've been through that. That's why I don't. As you see, I don't entertain a lot of nothing.
The
You
people
see,
in
I don't.
charge.
You see, I don't defer from my message regardless to what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enough said.
Yeah.
We ain't even gotta have that combo. You talking to
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
baby?
yeah. I like you, man, because I'm an in game, and you like answers, and you like growth. Growth is a very important word that you use all the
Because it's
time, and
true.
that's yeah. Well,
At some point, everybody should want to grow. Look, prime example with you, right? At some point, you all want to grow, even though you want to grow a little bit further than what you think you can. Why you
I try to
still
learn.
here breathing, right?
I try to learn something every day.
Exactly. You're never too old to learn something. Especially like I said, every day is a learning experience until you close that eyes for good.
Hey man,
So
I was at the VA hospital. I know a fucker worked on a nuclear sub, teaching me about nukes. Centrifuges and all that shit. That shit was ill. To me, how that shit work. I was like, because at the time, somebody from Pakistan was selling nuclear plants, and we got the conversation about that. This back in the early 2000s, like this Pakistani dude.
yeah,
Yeah, but anyway, man, have a good time in your show because you like to kick knowledge.
yeah,
I love
man.
kicking knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're equipped with knowledge, man, you could process information more. I would say absolutely more potent. Like you could break it down more potent. Where something happened, you could take a step and look back at it. Like I'm saying, George Floyd was a psyop, no matter which way you look at it. But it's always going to be used as a point to make whoever wants to make a point. You know what I'm saying? Because I will
Yeah,
always that is always the sticking point. You understand what I'm saying?
most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how they play. So um, it's about attention and stunts and stuff, man. But what if everybody turned their back to it, which a certain amount of people did? Does that make sense?
No, that's the truth. But see, I said this the other night. I said it's just like even with the people on here. Some of y'all was blessed to have a following to where you could really make change, even try to help these kids that are really in these type of conditions. But y'all so focused on everything else, it's not getting nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Beefing and destruction gets nowhere.
Absolutely correct. It's an energy thing, competition thing. It's this and that, this and that. But the police pick who at the top. Prove me wrong.
I don't gotta prove you wrong on that. Do I gotta repeat what I just said out to you not too long ago?
Uh huh.
Exactly. We don't have to
Okay.
have this conversation because you're
Okay.
talking to me.
Okay. You on a level. You on a level. You on a level. What I'm saying is this. Um, that's a false hierarchy,
I know
and I
that.
think yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's like at this point, them trying to punish Kyrie is ridiculous. Everybody fucking knows.
Oh no, we know that. Listen, that's why I said I don't. I was going to delve into that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, my fault. It's damn
Oh,
phone. Yeah.
but at realist,
No, that's Hammer Nation.
well,
Hey,
Hammond
how you
Nation,
doing?
what
How
it
you
do?
doing? What it do?
Salute, salute.
Salute to you. Yeah.
Trying
What's
to kick
going
knowledge.
on?
Trying to kick
I'd like to
knowledge.
tell you a little story what happened to me back in the 80s.
Who?
We had this English teacher, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
God, didn't think nothing of it. I was in his class. I had regular classes, special ed classes, and I was mostly in his class during the periods that I had them. It didn't come out he was involved in a child pornography ring. Like I said, this was back in the 80s. We didn't know nothing about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he had pictures of kids on his computers or something like that. I think he's long since been dead by now, but the school didn't know about it. It was all over the front page of the Star Ledger when I heard about that.
Fuck you,
The,
That's
man.
the
crazy.
school had to say, we didn't know Mr. Pepe was like this.
Mr. Pepe.
Yeah.
Damn.
This was at Margaret School in New Jersey.
Damn.
What, you were from Margaret School?
What did he teach?
They teach
Damn.
English.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey man, that shit is rampant, right? Why don't they
Yeah.
deputize?
This was, like I said, this was in the 80s.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I'm 50. I'm 50.
Yo, Vic, salute, bro. Salute and blessings to everybody who just tuned in. If y'all just
yeah.
tuned in,
So,
hit that
like
like
I
button
said
on the way
before,
in.
in the 80s, back then, you didn't know nothing about this stuff. Now you do. Because we
Yes.
have the sex offender list and all.
The biggest thing to me is Freeway Rick.
Huh?
The biggest, most signifying thing was Freeway Rick. That clearly points out they was behind this.
Mm.
It's just strange how people can really hide their true intentions when they get hired for a job, and then they do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but they say it's racist, this and that, but a lot of white people under the shit too, and they are not in the goddamn. Excuse my language. They're not in the. Hold on.
Divine and Compton, salute, bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it,
So,
you know what
what
I'm
y'all
saying?
talking about now, Kyrie or what?
No,
Not
I was
Kyrie.
it's
No.
mostly just the open. It's mostly open, but the main thing I was
You
getting
know
at
what? This
is about helping
generation,
these kids.
you know what? You and I grew up in a different kind of generation than these kids are dealing with now. Back in the 70s and 80s, you know, we did our thing. We did our thing, and that was that. I'm an
Okay.
old woman, so don't put,
Do you feel like we were ran into a circle?
huh?
Do you feel like we were ran into a circle?
A roadblock.
Oh,
I
many
mean,
roadblocks, but
yeah,
at the end of the roadblock, and you get past it, you get the marathon. It was a damn circle.
yeah. But back when I was growing up, it was the drug dealers. You would see every drug dealer in every corner when I was growing up. Even in the housing projects, I used to see drug dealers. They tore that place down. So, like I said, I don't know. This is a different kind of generation than what I used to grow up in. You know.
Yeah, but there's always a new drug. There's always a new this
Yeah,
and
I
that.
mean, crack was the thing back in the 80s. Then cocaine, then sniffing glue. Remember sniffing glue? Take an aerosol can and sniff it up your nose. I knew some
No.
kids in high school that used to do that, sniff glue.
Hey,
Anything to get a high.
what city you in? If you want me asking,
Jersey.
I'm from LA.
Oh, well, in Jersey in high school in the 80s, I knew some kids that sniff glue, used to choke themselves to get high, you know, used to choke themselves. And that was the latest thing back then.
On glue.
Yeah, sniffing glue.
Nah, but see, I'm
I
gonna
never
be
even
honest with
taught
you.
it.
But see, look, that's the honest thing that she's saying right now because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an '80s baby, and even some of the shows we used to watch, they used
Yeah.
to show signs of them kids doing that same thing, fucking having
Yep.
having the spray cans in the
Yep.
fucking brown bag, and just
Yep.
you're like,
Yep.
what's wrong with y'all? Like y'all
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
latest thing,
yeah.
choking
You
themselves or,
spray
getting the latest high. That was the latest thing back in the 80s, man.
in
Shoot.
the '80s. In the '80s, it
Yeah.
was coke. It was coke.
Yeah, it was cold crack and everything. But back then in the 80s, when I was growing up, I had some kids that sniffed glue and choked themselves to get a high. That was the latest thing. Am I telling the truth about that, Nate?
Nah, she not lying about that, bro.
Nope.
Because I'm not
No.
gonna lie to you, because my mom's was going to my mom used to go to Erasmus High School out here in Brooklyn. So
I went to
and
Middlesex
there was
High
some
School.
people that I knew too that was doing that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to
Yeah,
be
there
like,
was kids
what?
smoking and everything else. But the latest thing that I knew was if you choked yourself, if choked yourself to get high or
Uh oh.
sniffing glue, that was the thing back then in the 80s. But that's different now than it is then. But back then in the 80s, man, Everybody wanted to just get an aerosol can, stiff it up their nose, and just, you know, that was the thing back then, because you
Damn.
didn't really see it, but you knew people that did that. I had one kid kill himself across the tracks in my school, and he died. You
That's like
know, right, had his legs across the train tracks.
sound like it's killing brain cells.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
do.
that was the thing then, there, sir. What's your name?
Oh, hey, Deuce.
Deuce, that was the thing back. I grew up in the '80s, and I have seen it all from sniffing glue to crack to you know, whatever else the kids came up with, that they're choking themselves to death. So that was the thing back then. But you know, I didn't do none of that stuff, but I have seen it in my high school. I knew some kids that got suspended for that stuff. But that was the latest thing back then. Kids were smoking cigarettes in the girls' and boys' rooms. So that was the thing. But you know, I was born in 1966, and I seen it through the '70s to '80s, and that was the thing back then in my school. You
Okay,
know,
And then
okay.
the late,
Can I
look,
ask you
and
a
then
question?
go ahead, bro.
Oh, the progression of where it is then and where it is now. You little baby steps going somewhere wherever it's going, and we're um. How do you feel about that? How do you feel these baby steps to where it's going now, and why it was? Do you think it's more planned, or you think it's more
I
of
think
a happening?
it's more pervasive than it was then. You know, we used to have the Dare program. You used to see the egg, those drugs. If you had kids do drugs, have parents who do drugs commercials. If you see your brain, this is an egg. This is your brain on drugs. You know,
Facts.
that
I
was your
remember
brain
Yeah,
those.
on drugs. Yeah,
yeah, but
Especially,
yeah, you would see
you
those
catch them.
commercials. This is an egg, and this is your brain on drugs. And she cracks that egg in a frying pan, and you will see that's how drugs do to you. They didn't back then when that was going up. The kids didn't care about that kind of commercial. They do what they want without their parents knowing about it.
Well, it was a mixed bag because not all the kids was following them steps. Some of them were, but then you gotta look at it, look at their backgrounds, look at what they was coming from. Again, and this all still pans and plays into today's society. Look how many, like I said, look how many kids are probably going through traumatizing situations behind the scenes at home, probably in their own neighborhood, and
Yeah.
nobody was being aware or trying to fucking
Hey,
step in and defend them.
hey Nate, remember
Yeah.
when those talk shows came out? They said that parents have to let their kids have sex in their house. Remember, I remember a show they did a show. Well, is my kids going to have sex? I might as well let them have sex in my house. And everybody was shocked about that. I thought you remember those though, that some parents will let their kids have sex in their house.
culture is what you do and don't do in difficult times, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
definitely
but
a
I didn't.
comfort.
If my grandmother saw me bring a boy to her house, and I would have sex under her roof, she'd get the switch on me.
Uh-oh.
So that was
And
that,
then,
and the kid and the parents would buy the alcohol to have the house parties. I remember back in New Jersey, there were some parents who got arrested for having alcohol in their house while the kids was having a house party. You know, house parties was popular back then. Remember the
oh
movie
yeah,
House Party with Kid and Play?
yeah.
Yeah. So
And,
listen, I have to say that there's some truth to what you're saying, but you know, things is uh more aggressive now than they were then. I just don't know. I just don't know what the solution. We should have the Dare program. The Dare program didn't work. Say no, the drugs didn't work. Remember that parade they had, Nate, with Latoya Jackson say, "Don't say drugs, just say no." You know, just say no. They had a parade down there live on TV. He said, just say no to drugs, you know? But just say no didn't mean nothing.
It
To me,
didn't
it
mean
didn't.
nothing to those. It didn't mean nothing to those who was already in the
On the
belly of the
drugs.
beast. If you
Yeah.
want, listen, because you
Yeah.
gotta look at it. The ones that are on the ones that are already on it, they're not trying to hear nothing positive unless
No,
you
they're
really
not.
show them something.
I don't think
Actions
they're
speak
going to.
louder than words sometimes. And you know what the problem is, Tanya? Not to cut
Yeah.
you off. The problem is, like I said in one of my other lives, they cut a lot of these programs that
Yep.
would have really prevented a lot of these things from happening.
Yeah.
Even
I wish
the
they
after
would bring
school
back the
programs.
Boys and Girls Club. That was a thing back then, you know? but they don't have the boys and girls clubs these days, or the YMCA.
Yeah, and they barely
Yeah.
even because, like I said, these ones is barely even because, like I said, a lot of people they feel like they don't need to dedicate their time, but some of them are gonna have to dedicate their time because that could be your kids at the end of the day. And
Can I ask
Yeah.
a
back to what you
question?
were saying about that teacher. Wait a minute. And back to what you were saying about that teacher. You
Yeah,
know why it was easy for people like him to slip through the cracks because it's still happening to this day. Guess
yeah,
what?
Yep.
Some people
yeah,
with ill intentions, they might present themselves normal, but then it only takes a certain situation to
yeah.
really
It
wean
is.
them out. And if sometimes the kids are scared to even really come out and say something, you're not gonna get nothing or hear nothing until later on when it do get caught.
And you know what? Do you think the COVID situation has something to do with this? What's happening now? Because back then we didn't hear about COVID or nothing like this. Now, then, do you think the COVID situation uh, uh, uh compounded it?
Again, let me say fair use because they might try to be Huff and take this down, Tanya. And I'm not even going to speak upon it. Some of it is, but not all of it. It was
Mhm.
already in plan, like you said. It was passive at first, but then it got more aggressive. Part of it came from not just what's going on in society. Part of it came from television. Social
Yeah,
media is now the thing now where that's the biggest thing. The
yeah,
problem is right now why it's being promoted and why things are moving the way it's moving is because social media has become such a conglomerate. You don't even gotta
yeah.
fucking do nothing no more to fucking be famous now. I
No,
can sit here and do a fake 15-minute video on some ratchet shit and watch me go viral.
Fame
this
That's
is
without
all I'm
what
money
saying.
is
you know
useless.
what? This is better than watching Jerry Springer. We used to watch that on TV all the time and watch the train wreck. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
watch
we
the train wreck of Jerry Springer. This is Jerry Springer on steroids, man. Shoot.
Oh man.
Back
Oh
wait,
then,
hold
we used to
on.
play video
Salute and
games and
blessings.
stuff like that in the 80s and stuff like that. We have to worry about the internet was just getting with those doggone disk drives. But now
man.
it's more technologically sound than it is then. But I like to say this is a good conversation, and I really appreciate the conversation you're having there, Nate. And I enjoy your show, and I wanted to come up here and say what I had to say about it. I wish I could go back to the good old days where you didn't have to worry about stuff like this. But
Mm,
but like I
Them they,
said,
them days sucked in their own way, but damn, the shit going on now is just decrepit.
yeah.
facts.
Well, listen, back in the 70s and 80s, it was bad. You had crime going up and everything. But like I said, I agree with Nick. We should have brought back the Boys and Girls Club, the Girl Scouts, and all that stuff. But right now, since things are so expensive and everything else, people don't want to do that no more. And that's a
Hey,
doggone shame.
them problems could have been fixed by simple logic. They choose not to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the sad truth about it. That's the sad truth of the matter. Well, you guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your show. And you know what? When we was growing up, we used to watch the shows like the Stanford and Son, Good Times, Tarzan, every worst
Yeah.
kung fu picture that there was, man.
Oh
Those were
yeah.
the good old days. Those were the good old days. I miss those days. The telephone booth was lousy because you didn't want to touch it and get sick. Okay, bad
Yeah, yeah.
lighting, bad lighting, bad yellow pages. You don't use the yellow pages no more. But that was that then that. And then the
You
drug dealer,
brought
and
it
you
back.
got the drug dealer, you had a beeper, the beeper tie, beepers. Remember in the movie they had cell phones in the cars with the pit
Yeah.
mobiles and everything. That was it. Fish shoes.
Drive in.
Yeah, drive-ins. My father took me to a drive-in. Man, what happened to all those drive-ins? There's not a drive-in in Jersey that I know that's around.
Hey man,
Yeah.
hey man, I own a drive in. You gotta pay me
I
a
remember
50.
Jack in the Box, hamburgers, and all that other good stuff. But you know what? I really miss those days. I miss the touch of the football with the little dots on there. That was good fun to me. But Toe Jam and Earl, that was my video game. So listen,
Throwbacks.
yeah,
I
Throwbacks
had my
right there.
I had my Madden days.
break dance movies, the break
Yeah.
dances, but I'm not really into what the kids are into today because that my time's past. Okay, my time is come and gone. It's up to the new generation to try to fix it. I don't know if they can do it, but I'm hoping and praying that they do. So thanks for having me up here, Nate. Peaches to all y'all. Good time to conversation, old deuce. And I miss those days. I really do. Shoot.
Yeah.
Skating rink.
Skating rink.
Oh.
Yeah, I had skates. I almost broke my knee, skinned my knee on those doggone things. In high school, there was three things that you were in. If you had Adidas sneakers, Levi's, or Gloria Vanderbilt, or candy shoes, those hard shoes, you wasn't in the in crowd. Okay, bring me G's. I gotta get me some of those G's. Okay, if you weren't in the in crowd, then you were like the nerd. Okay, so that was it. Then I don't know about this new generation now. I'm not in that. I'm in the old school generation that I grew up in. I'm staying in my lane.
Hey,
I
hey,
can't
hey,
go in that new lane.
the old school is the new school is all nerds.
Yeah, well, I remember the Revenge of the Nerds. But my favorite movie of all time was I'm Gonna Get You Sucker when he had that gang Olympics and they looked at that car part. What the steering wheel? They took it. Nothing but the steering wheel was left of that car. Damn, a new
Yeah.
record. And
I
that's
remember
the sad
you put
part
the
of
chick
it.
in the
That's how
club.
it was back then. If you had a car in your neighborhood, you'd be surprised that car was still there.
That's a
Truth,
fact.
truth,
The
right?
Olympics.
Truth.
The Olympics.
I lived in Plainfield. I lived in parts of Plainfield. If you had a car, you better put your car in a. Well, we didn't have no driveways then, but if you had a car in your neighborhood, you wouldn't worry about letting it get the low jack. The low jack didn't help you nothing either.
Facts.
They
Jersey.
knew how to get past by low jack.
The low jack could get you hijacked.
Yep, yep, yep. And he had a professional thing that showed you how to bypass the low jack. When you put it to your steering wheel, they'll take the whole steering wheel with the low jack still on it.
Integral.
Dang.
Accurate
Okay.
integral.
It was nice talking to y'all.
All right, now
Ah,
you already
good
know,
old
Tony.
days. I wish I could go back to those days, but I'm not into this new generation. I'm staying out of this new generation. I'm going back to my old school. I'm sticking with it.
All
Shoot.
right.
Thank you. Peace.
All right, now have a good one, Tony. Mm,
I'm
yeah,
gonna get up
shout
out of
out to
here.
Hammer Nation. Yo, hold on. If y'all just tuning in, hit that like button on the way in. Support the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for all the family, peace and blessings. John Shaft, salute. EBN, salute. Rilla, salute. Y'all already know. I ain't forget
TBN.
about you too, Miss Lena. I ain't forget about you too. I seen you in here creeping earlier. Tanya, blessings, sis. Like I said, it's the truth though. Some of what she was just saying was truth though. Like we had more
Well,
programs.
you had a chance for real fun. The food tastes better. The whole experience is better than what your kids getting.
Yeah. Know
Yeah,
what it
it's
is?
it's
Like
a
I told
perception.
somebody.
Where is this? Where is bullshit going? So we can cut it off and live well.
Supposed to be able to cut it off by weaning out the people that we know for a fact are the detriment to the kids. That's why I said everything that all y'all was saying, I heard everything, and everything came from different angles. And guess where it's about to go? The main angle. How do you stop that and prevent that if you're not standing on that? If we know we got adults that's fucking doing shit like that to the kids, we supposed to stand on that right then and there. And if we know there's certain things that these kids are presenting overall, like just the attitude alone, sometimes you be like, well, damn, you can't be this miserable and you in a happy environment. That means something is disturbingly wrong and you need to get down to that.
You got everything you need to survive. And you got an ungrateful spirit.
The
Is that what you're saying?
Say it again.
You got everything you need. You got dish, pots, pans. You got everything you need to survive. But yeah, you have an ungrateful spirit. Not you personally, but I'm saying the person in general.
Yeah.
It's an ungrateful spirit people have. They have everything. So people that come into this country like, damn, you got all this? You can push a button and the stove light up? That hasn't changed. That
Ungrateful.
hasn't changed. So a lot of populations are gonna get switched because corporations have that legal lockhold.
My nigga, really again for the 8th time today? Oh, that bike blow up, nigga. My fault. I ain't even supposed to wish that.
I know, man.
That shit just made
Loud,
my ear pop. That shit just
yeah,
made my ear pop in the worst way just then.
loud ass doing hardly doing circles. That slow ass loud shit. I don't see what to get out of it.
Yeah, nah, man, because that's what I'm saying, bro. You know, is it gets back to this point at hand, son. Like, I don't care how many ways everybody try to flip something, it's all gonna go back to the same thing I've been presenting.
You know,
How
you need to check out Nitty Fuller, man, because you'll fully get it where he says that we should not even congregate with each other unless it's something constructive. Period. What we're doing is constructive.
you're supposed to construct. You
Yeah,
supposed
but
to first of
never.
all, we shouldn't
Uh,
have to reconstruct nothing. We should have just had enough common sense as a community. And I get where you about to go with it, but you got to get where I'm going with this. We as a whole, even a day-to-day visual, we see shit. Even on the
hey,
outside of the app, we see this.
we got to watch our personal conduct because we're not just most people that break to that shit, and I've broken through it too. Most of those people don't understand that they're trying to create a permanent underclass. So where do you fit in? Does that make sense?
No,
Okay, they're trying to create a permanent underclass.
mm, I'm listening.
That's why people get come in, skip over here, get screwed over, all this and that, right?
Mm,
They would take their taxes and pay you reparations.
I get where you going.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it's a snowball effect to where just dodge a snowball.
Well, guess what? I was good at dodging snowballs. I was good at throwing mountains of snow at you. I'm fuck just being petty, nigga. I hit you with all knowledge to the point where it's like, damn, nigga, I quit. I quit. You got it. You got it. And it's not about that. You know, like I said, you know, I just feel overall, but you should get the gist where I'm going. We as a
Yeah, yeah.
community gotta protect these kids at all costs, even when it come down to school. Do you think you would be comfortable with your kid have not knowing
Well,
that you gotta no, I'm just saying, would you be comfortable knowing that you probably got a pedophile that slipped through the cracks that's working in your school?
no, 'cause I was up there. 'Cause I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
I got time. I got time today. So
Mhm.
I'll be up at the teacher school. I was up at the PTA.
Yeah.
I did a year, not the PTA, but the what do they call that shit? Student union.
Student union?
Yeah, I did all that because I never had that experience,
Oh.
and I was lucky enough to be able to do some shit like that for my youngest daughter.
Yeah, but
Just be
even
there. Just let them know. Just let them know I'm watching. Every time they had a school event, I'll come up there. I had a chance to pay full attention to what was going on with her education.
yeah.
Teachers like me, all that. It was even, it was like this. I never had a chance to do something like that. So when I got a chance to do it, I took it.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying too. At some points, we have to definitely make sure we are still aware of the signs, whether it's our kids or not.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. That's true. You got to hold the
Well,
line. You got to have some kind of
that's what I'm saying.
societal. Yeah. But what I'm saying is this: who are the enemies of that?
There are a lot of enemies. Let's keep it real, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are a lot of enemies. Some of them are adults, and some of them are kids. They damn selves. So it's a borderline to that. You have to protect the kids at all costs.
Yeah,
Sometimes the kids don't gotta do much, but antagonize another kid to a point where it gets crucial. And then
yeah,
sometimes they might try to. If a kid decides to go to somebody that they say is their friend, right? We're gonna use this as an example. Prime example: kid just probably really had a bad experience with rather a teacher or whoever. Now they go to that friend to try to tell them what's what, especially somebody he's supposed to trust, and that friend decides to run back and poke and still make light of it.
yeah,
You don't think that's going to drive somebody crazy then if they try to go home to their parent or go home to their guardian or whoever they being raised by, and they trying to tell them something and they just overlooking that shit.
Yeah, because
You don't think
kids,
that's a problem?
it's a serious problem and it's systematic. Because um, I don't think that the administration should step in and do this and that, this and that, this and that, because they're incompetent. They're not flexible in their way of looking at things, unless you have good leadership. But if you don't have good leadership, that kid in trouble.
But this is what I'm saying. We don't need an organization. We never had an organization at one point. We, as a community, knew how to maneuver around things. We kept a lot of things from really happening. And even when it happened, you see how we did it. There wasn't no coming back from that.
Mm-hmm.
We did any type of harm like that towards a kid, with no coming back from that. No ifs, ands, or buts about that.
That's standard.
I don't give a fuck if you my enemy. If I see your kid in some sort of danger, guess what? I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you,
Yeah, or
regardless of what.
yeah, you can't let certain people run around and just do what they want to do.
That's what I'm saying. Us as a
At
community,
a certain
we need to shut that
age,
down.
at a certain age, learn or get learned.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just that simple to a degree. But then again, we as the adults still have to fucking make sure we are not aligning these kids up in the wrong type of dangers and harms. So you can't even overlook that neither. That's why I said all course, from the time they babies to the time they turn 18, we are supposed to fucking make sure they good. When they
Yeah.
18, if they decide they want to move or do whatever, college wise, whatever, all right, that's all bread and gravy. But even then, you still gotta be watchful of your kid. You gotta be mindful of your kid until the day you die.
Yeah,
That's your offspring at the end of the day.
it's um hey, you know my wife is Asian.
I didn't even know you was married, Mr. Potato Head, but that's what's up.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I'm not, what I'm saying is, I observe how they raise their children. They have lesser mental conditions and shit like that because they give them plenty of attention while they're young.
Live. Supposed
Yeah,
to.
I noticed that. You crying? What's wrong? But um, I got a kick out of watching other cultures, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Malcolm X once said, "If another group of people are doing better than you need to observe what they're doing." Now, when he said that, he didn't mean that in a malicious way. He just said, "Observe what they're doing."
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't competition or this and that, this and that.
Mm.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm running my mouth too much.
You ain't running your mouth. You know what? You are running your mouth. Because you ain't rolled that damn weed yet, motherfucker.
I got this Fruit Loop here. I ain't tried it yet. It's called Fruit Loop. And another one called Achi Gelato.
Now that gelato, you said the anti-gelato?
Achi, like an Achi berry, purple
Oh,
berry.
okay. Oh, Aki. Oh, the Aki.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Y'all talk different out there. Yeah, y'all got an accent to me.
Nah, but the Fruit Loops, we got that out here too, man. That shit slap.
I haven't had it, man. I've been smoking banana sherbet and Gorilla Platinum last few. I would say like 2 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm drinking tonight, man, but I've been doing pretty good with that. In case you don't know, I was an internet terror drinking
Yeah.
somewhat.
Well, guess what? I'm not an internet terror. I just tell it like it is.
Nothing wrong with that. I do too. You
Oh
know what
man.
I'm saying? You know.
And you know I'm pissed off too. Hold
Tell
on.
like
I ain't
it
even,
is, but as far as the solution, I think there needs to be a think tank
yeah.
of just different ideas and different, how to go
Everybody
about
comes from
when this
different
happens.
ideas.
Yeah, the streets not giving answers to how to deal with certain problems. It's bitching.
Yeah.
Handle this like this. Do this like this. No, 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 no. At the whole time, the law is changing and working against you. I mean, to be honest, you know what I'm saying.
You can
But
be as honest as you want, but
it, it, it,
I'm about to be brutally honest. Everything you just said still don't defer from the fact that us as a whole need to get out this fucking mentality and get back to where we was at. Even back then, yes, it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. So we had a balance. We need to get back
yeah,
to
yeah,
that.
we was making leeway, was making leeway, but everybody else seen the benefit of it, and it turned on you.
Oh shit! Shout out to the plug again. Yeah.
Man, you let me go out here. Picture this snuff I got right here. It's called gelato. Actually, berry gelato.
Good.
Man, something in here. I gotta figure it out. But yeah, man,
Nah,
having a
but
good time, man. He's a class act, bro. Let me tell you why.
mm,
You give it to him straight, unafraid, no chaser. But you do it in such a way, you know what I'm saying? You ain't cussing us out. Why? I don't need the fire and brimstone.
good. I'm
Yeah,
not doing all of that. I could
yeah,
do it.
whatever.
Listen, we could have a general discourse, and I ain't gotta come at you and flame you with 1,000 curses. I don't need to do all that. That's not getting nowhere. I'm like I said, I'm a real time nigga running through these
Yeah,
social media streets.
but so many have to learn that. So many people have to learn that. I mean, they should teach anger management in school.
They did a lot of different things again, and again. Look, this is another program that was going. That's why I said there are a lot of different things that we had back then. Even if it wasn't government funded, we as a whole was doing that. We was making sure the kids was right. We was
You know
making
what?
sure
You know
there
what?
was situations that wasn't being presented to where it would be a detriment to the kids. We ain't doing that no more. We need to get back to that. Patty, blessings, sis.
Okay. Do you hear me? 1 second, hold on.
Why you sound like, why it sound like you up? Why it sound like you beating up your car, man? What you doing in the car,
Man,
man?
we're gonna
You-
went to get my last beer tonight. Hopefully.
oh,
Hopefully.
niggas, I'm drinking the last one for the night. Oh man, how many we went through today, man?
Enough. Enough to embarrass myself, you, and the chatting panel. It's my one day to drink.
Mm.
It's my one day to drink. And I took it. You know what I'm saying? Raiders don't play till tomorrow. I'm good. But
Nah,
but look. Oh, you want to talk football? I used to be a big football, but I'm taking myself off it because it's got to the point where it's annoying.
yeah,
It's not the commercials. It's the um. It's the way the game is played.
yeah.
Anyway, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, he's a class act, man. He's a good dude, man. I'm gonna tell you why. You at least care.
Am I not supposed to? Look at my
You are
face,
supposed
son.
to.
Wait,
No,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait.
no,
Before I let you finish anything, look at my face. Am I
no.
not supposed to care? Exactly.
Look at
I
your
don't play
face,
when it
nigga.
comes to
You
these
don't
type of
fuck
things.
about nothing, nigga. I just fucking with you. But you know what I'm saying? He's a class act because okay, look. I watch what people do.
Mm,
What you're saying is from the heart. Um, I get into a lot of people with because I always do. I won't say defend. I won't say defend Tommy D, but I respect what he did. I seen him feed a gang of people, and that is how he got off drugs.
yeah.
That's dope to me. That is something I ain't never seen that.
Everybody got a different story, and everybody got a different path on how they got away from certain things. I don't fully know what this situation is you just brought up, but
He
but
got
that's a prime example of some people that, like I said, You got some people that could beat a drug habit, just like you got some kids that if they are heavy on it, at some point if they get the right help in the kid, they can beat that shit. A lot of that is just a mental thing.
You can beat that shit. You can beat that shit. There's nothing. There's nothing you can't beat with the right leadership or the right person telling you, or you seeking the right knowledge to get you out of it. Because you can't give up. If you give up, what happens?
Yeah.
It's a pandemic of jail mentality. I was in the military. I'm a veteran. I'm a combat veteran, Nate.
Are you repeating yourself to me again? Let me combat chop you in the throat. You just told me that the
Hey man,
last time when I first brought you up, man. Don't do that,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
man.
I just reiterate that.
You wasn't even drunk when you told me. You wasn't even drunk when you told me, bro. When you first talked to me, bro, you was having a man. Cut your shenanigans, you leprechaun. I already know you were
Okay,
better.
all right. I take that. I take that on the chin. I take that on the chin, Nate. I don't want to battle you. I don't want to battle you because I know you start. You only automatic.
Yo, Ryder. Yo, Ryder, you talking mess right now, man? I think I gotta come see you in real time, son. See, we ain't gonna do that today. We ain't gonna do that today.
Salute B1. Hey, Nate. I wish I knew you in my Madden days.
Oh yeah, you probably would have beat me because I wasn't a Madden fan. I played it,
I
but I
guess not.
was.
That's right. That's a good answer. That's right.
If
That's
that had
right.
been 2K, but if that had been 2K, even WWE, you'd have got your ass chewed up.
I don't play WWE. What a
Don't do
mean.
it, DDT. Hmm?
I gotta get out of
Yeah.
here, man. I gotta make a call, man. But salute the show, man. You got my full salute.
Salute, bro. You already know, like I
Yeah,
said, anytime to panel up, you want to drop something,
yeah,
you know.
I like to think that there is a solution to a lot of this shit. We have to go through this shit day to day, and that comes through culture. What we do or don't do during difficulty. What's up, ABG? Toast your ass. Colonel Abraham looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
Hey, I'll be right back, man. I gotta do something.
no doubt.
When I come back, hit the stream, yeah?
I think about it. I think about it.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. I'll be back.
Nah, I'm gonna be here for a little minute. Like I said, this is the open panel for anybody that do want to pop up. Shout out to old head dudes. Y'all already know. We just in here, we vibing, but this is real. This is a real topic. We gotta cover. You know. And despite how my spirit might have sounded in the beginning of this live, yeah, I'm real passionate about that. We gotta bring back certain things to where the kids feel safe. Even if they don't feel safe home, at least they have some sort of safety net, you know? And that's the truth right there. Regardless to how anybody thinks, it's the truth, man. I can't stress that anymore because anybody that got kids, anybody that kids are around kids, you know, like come on. Things that happen to other people affects your household as well. Don't let that message go over your head neither. You know? Nah, look, PP, look, this is me, all in all, because this is what I do in real time. When there's certain shit I'm really passionate in, and I speak on that shit. I don't give a fuck how anybody feel. And it's not saying I don't value an opinion, because I do. But when I'm stern on certain things I know for a fact is leading to the common goal, it should not don't know what the hell just happened, y'all. My bad. Yo, give me a one if you can hear me. That shit just try to boot me out. Y'all tried it today. The devil tried it, especially when I was really on this type of demon time. I'm sorry, now I'm on demon time now. And I'm going extra overdrive because, like I said, anybody with kids, anybody who's been around kids, anything that happens in particular affects the family, period. If your kids are hanging with kids who are coming from that background, what you think is going to happen? At some point, their aggressions and their whatever, it bleeds into your household. So as a community, you really got to get it together. You know, nah, Ryder, because come on, bro. Look here. I might not always agree with some of the things they do, but if I know I can try to help you in a different way, I can try to help you. But I just don't, I don't really delve into sucker shit. Not when I know I could be trying to help them in a better way. You know, Mandy, blessing, sis. All right, you good? Yeah, because that sucker just tried to kick me out. You tried it. The devil tried it today, but I'm on demon time, and I'm really bringing it from the soul. You know, your old head. I think the link is still in there, bro. You can just hit the link back, but if not, I'll put it back in the chat for y'all. Like I said, this is a discussion for everybody. I don't care. And I ain't going nowhere right now either. I got all the time tonight. All the time. Because this don't make no sense. How are we not seeing that the shit is still panning from back in the day to now? But the difference was back in the day, we knew how to catch the signals and we knew how to combat that right then and there. But now it's, yeah, I don't know. This morality is really is at a low. What's good, tree hugger?
What it do? Morality's at a low.
There it is.
Who controls that?
Definitely.
All I'm saying is who controls that? That's it.
Shoot. Community again. Everywhere you try to attack me from, guess what? I'm just hit you with straight logic, straightforward. Again, it's a community outreach. We gotta really get to that. All in all, like I said, even the programs that wasn't funded by government, we all in all used to fund a lot of different things. Like I said, the fucking trips. We used to do, man, listen, I'm from that era. We used to, even when it was days, they didn't do PAL events and boys and girls and all that other stuff. A lot of people in the community would take their time. Yo, we
Mhm.
gonna grab up all the kids and we gonna do this, especially if it's something that everybody want to do, like ice skating, roller skating, going to the movies, bowling. Didn't matter. Sometimes you go to the damn museums and shit like that.
Hey, summer job program, things to do.
They still have some of you. That's the one thing they was trying to get rid of that, but you can't get rid of that because every kid gonna have to work, man. Like even if they know they getting work papers from school.
Hmm. They have to have shit like that. I mean, that's why we don't have prodigies or shit like that. Not in the last couple of years. It's a drought of that too. Of kids that, musical talent. Um, they're not exposed to what they need to be exposed to.
That's a whole fact. And that's because a lot of that, like I said, there are a lack of things that we used to have these kids interested in. We had a lot of, that's why I said, even when it came down, we used to go on hella trips, nigga, everywhere, nigga, arts
That's
and
the thing.
science,
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
all of that.
Kids are more insulted than they are interested in learning. And that's what I mean by dumbing down. They don't know it's a head trip because they're being psychologically abused by literally the news or current events or whatever.
But you got those who are not being attacked by the media. I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, this is from every angle. But the main angle, let's delve into what's going on behind the scenes. Sometimes it won't be the news. Sometimes it could be real psychological traumas going on in the household.
In the household, cussing them out, all of that. Now, that comes back down to culture. And some of that is, let's keep it 100, is slavery hoodoo. It's 2024, man. We need to start rethinking how we do shit. Because Nipsey had it right to be a stand-up guy, able for business, pants sagging.
Can't do that.
I'll get it done. I don't say necessarily pants sagging, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He put
No.
he put a different face on a nigga.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
Did you just say excuse your language? All right. Excuse
Man,
your
come on,
language,
man.
old man. I'm tired of
Come
you.
on, man.
Come on,
Man,
man.
hey, you heard me the other night. I got the
Mhm.
goddamn whole foot, but I ain't gonna do that. Use a class sack. Well, excuse my language, nigga.
Nah, you good, bro. Listen, you entitled to. I wish y'all would stop acting like I'm a dictator. No, I'm
I
a
ain't saying you
dictator.
dictator. I'm just
I'm
saying you hold the
a,
standard. Hold the line. Hold the line. You got a good standard there. Hold the line.
I've been holding the line. You
Excuse
got to
my
hold the
language,
line,
sir.
man. Look, you got to
Excuse
hold
my language,
the
sir.
line.
Motherfucker.
You got to hold the line, tree hugger. Hold it. like, hold the line, bro. Nah, but,
We can. Yeah. You're not a tree hugger. You go
yeah,
through
I'm a tree
I
smoker. I ain't a tree hugger. So you
had
right.
a homeboy, right?
Yeah.
Had a homeboy, right? We used to laugh at everything. And tree huggers was out there like chasing themselves to a tree. Man, cut the tree down and shit. You gotta saw me in half to cut this motherfucker down. We was rolling. Hey, the world was a better place when Greenpeace was ramming boats.
Oh, shoot.
Like that, homie. We was laughing at everything. Anything
Yeah.
on the news came up. You know what I'm saying? Politically incorrect. DC sniper. Politically incorrect. Anyway, don't let me run wild, man. You have to somehow you have to quell me if I get started. There's no
Guess what? Guess what? If I felt I had to do that, it's nothing to fucking send your ass right back down. But I ain't
hey
gonna have
man.
to do that. But see, look, I ain't gonna have to do that because I already know
Like I say, sir, I barely cuss on this motherfucker.
it ain't about cursing, but it's about respect, period. And if I felt I'm being disrespected, I already know how to deal with that. Look at my face, nigga. Look at my face. Look at my
It's easy,
face.
man. Hey, you know how you,
Exactly. I'm not
yeah,
playing.
yeah.
Hey, Anne Marie, blessing, sis.
Yeah, but I would never say nothing I want to you now on the internet. I want to say to your face. That's why I stay out of internet beef.
You're supposed to. Yeah, if you bring in genuine content, whatever it is, that's how you're supposed to do
Yeah, I pick on some people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They think they can roast me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Pick on some people sometime. I'm not a cyber bully.
it. Mhm.
If you don't roast, I'm not gonna roast. But you can roast, Nate. Your skills. Hey. I'm just waiting. It's a better
I,
time for
I
somebody to
ain't
come.
gonna, I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna say
saying shit.
nothing. I ain't gonna
I
say
ain't
nothing.
saying shit. But that's why I'm. Hey, Nate. That's why I'm here. You have zero. Hey. Tank was full. The tank went to zero and got there 0.3 seconds. Hey, it was just air. He just gassed the whole. Hey, even salute Eve, man. That would make you hungry than a motherfucker, man.
But like I told, look, like I told people, if you ain't never been in a roast session, I don't care what part of the geological map you on. If you ain't been in some sort of roast session, your
Oh
life
no.
ain't nothing, man. Like
Oh
it's
no.
that means you really that's a part of your fun that's
Hey,
gone.
if
Because
you
I,
never
I
wish
I
you,
do this for fun. I do this for fun.
man, I had a rough junior high school.
I
Had
had
a
a
rough
rough
college
period, but
years. Had a rough time in the battlefield. It's non-stop. So I had to stand up for myself.
as you should. I had a rough to a degree, but guess what? I was rumping with the best of them, and there was times niggas I can't deal with you, man. Chill, man. It's over. It's over. Why you still going? Cause every shot getting shot. I don't care.
Yeah, make your jog home.
Why you at it? Pick up your little decency while you at it, because I'm coming at you.
You Your dignity. Pick it up. Pick up the scraps and go home.
Think about your
Hey,
crimes. Look, think about your crimes and punishment
yeah.
against nature, and
Hey,
then come back
hey,
tomorrow.
hey, hey. You ever seen the cold movie scene like Hoodlum?
Yeah.
You
What
told
Harlem
that
is what? I just finished watching Harlem earlier today.
no. You told that nigga pick up the scraps and take them home. Feed them to your kid.
Yeah. Nah, I just watched that earlier, and that's why I was
Hey,
laughing at that part.
that shit hurt my heart every time I see that motherfucker.
Nah, I do. But then you like, damn. But then you see what that led to.
You see
Like
what that led to.
that's what I be
You see
saying.
that led to. But you know what I'm saying? Dude had to get in his ear and tell him something. That's the best way to get in. He knew the whole schedule.
Yeah.
He said, but look, Nate, old head is here. Pick up the scraps, take them home to your kids. Feed your kids.
Well,
You
I
can
don't
be
got
like,
no kids. You bring them to yours though.
you gonna be like, what?
I'm like, I think I need to holler at you real quick, man. Yo, let me holler at you real quick. Bust your ass to the white meat. Like you pick up them scraps, nigga. Pick up them scraps of your brain piece, and then
Well,
and then and
hey,
then think about that
hey,
again.
you thought that way, you could have scrapped with the fireman. Where the fuck he put?
Hey, royal blessings, sis. Oh
Oh yeah,
nah, but but
I just
that's
have,
the truth though. You gotta
yeah,
definitely get back to that as a community,
yeah,
and it
but
is
and sometimes, hey, let's all pick up the scraps, put them together, see what we got.
yeah. And a lot of people could do that. And then, like I said, there's some people who came here and know, okay, you can make a change in any way, shape, or form, especially on here. Guess what? You ain't knowing that because you focusing on the wrong type of tactics, the wrong type of things. Even in real time, you worrying about the wrong shit when there's a real, genuine situation going on. Like I said, that can shape the future of some of these kids, and you
Yeah,
can
but
prevent that if you
yeah,
get back to the message.
but only question I asked is, where does that come from? Where?
I just said that. It came from the community losing its damn conscience as a whole. Are we gonna go through this again? Because this is
I
exactly
like
where it's
that.
going back
I like
to.
that. No. You said a couple of times, but it hit me just now. The whole is the consciousness.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Hold on. Missing something. Yeah, nah, but it's the truth though. Because we
Yeah,
used to have
because
that instilled.
what you're saying is a simple concept, and people accept that concept. You can overcome a whole lot.
You can. But you
Yeah,
got to be willing to do that. Like I said, a lot of programs is out. That's what I said. For those who know they can come together as a collective, pick up whatever you can pick up. Try to open back up some of these things, or try to do your own shit, man. Like I said,
hey
if
man, when I was broke off my ass, damn near homeless,
yeah,
I did what foreigners did. Ate what they ate, did what they did. Yep.
you got to make
Spot.
do sometimes, but then other times you should want to, see something better, even if it's going to take a bump. But hey, not every fucking road to success is going to be a smooth road. You're going to get bumps, you might get a few roadblocks, but if you fucking determined, nigga, you going through all of that, nigga. You'll worry
Especially if you
about
got the
all the damage
especially if
after
you got
everything is said
es-
and done.
especially if you got the talent.
Yeah,
But people have to break through, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I mean, whatever you're trying to do, right? Whatever X factor that is, right? Whatever you're trying to do, whatever direction you're trying to go in with what you're trying to do, right? You have to really love it, like a
yeah.
passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you're good at art or good at this and that. You never get the proper thanks that you get for that, but you have to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I say, even when it comes to content, like, look. I didn't get, it's crazy. I didn't get your damn notification for your live until after I got up and that shit was over already. I said, son of a bitch. So I
Because
already know, like I said, yeah, no, I didn't get the
when
notification until late.
you come out your Hennessy sleep, hibernation.
I wasn't. First of all, I
Check
didn't drink
in with
nothing
the
today.
old head.
First of all, I didn't drink nothing. I wasn't drinking today, but I
Boy,
was just tired.
last week's derivatives wearing off, making your ass hibernate.
Nah, I just worked a 14-hour shift. A nigga came home, did a live, went, did some errands, and still came home to try to rest. So if you call that, yeah, I was getting binge drunk then. No, I was being responsible. So, nigga
There's
was
no
tired.
proof. There's no proof you actually drunk. I could find no findings.
Even if I was drunk, it ain't no difference.
I know, man. You ain't the same when you drunk.
I don't care if I'm sober, drunk, or high. When this truth is in the air, it's gonna fly, nigga. That's it. It's no
Well,
difference.
believe me, I might be drunk right now. I might be, but give it a little time.
Nah,
So
I'm gonna
one
give
day,
it a little time. If I feel I gotta fucking drop it, I'm dropping it, son.
if it's one day to drink a week, you also question me.
I ain't gonna question you. That's how you feel. You're supposed to do things, especially as a responsible adult. So be
I'm
it, especially if
responsible.
you have
Hey,
kids.
leftover money is for me.
That's what you're supposed to do. You take care of what you're supposed to take care of,
Yeah,
and you are entitled, like I said. You know,
yeah. When the price of food, I'm down to drinking once a week, which is today, which is right now. What it do, Nate?
chilling. I ain't drinking today.
I just messing with you, man. It's fun, man. You can take it, man. You can take it. You ain't get all. You know what I'm saying?
Am
It's
I supposed to get emotional with somebody that don't really stop it? If you didn't
yeah.
watch all the lives, you better watch it.
I watch it all the time.
Exactly. I know how to
Yeah,
master that. If any
I
time
like,
I come on here and I'm not
I like
myself,
that. I like that. I like that. But I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke.
yeah, you definitely don't want to smoke Mr. Potato Head. Like I didn't
I
even
can
know you
handle
was
it. I
down
can handle the
the
smoke,
head.
but
Like
you know
shit.
what I'm saying?
Like
Not even, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking the other way. Now,
yeah,
there's one demerit.
I'm trying not to put you on the grill today.
That's
I
one
think
demerit.
you was trying to troll me a little bit, but it's all good, baby.
Yeah, you see,
That's
your grill comment is two demerits. Now knock it off.
what I
Knock it
said.
off. Knock it
Oh
off.
man, go put your head in the cooler. Like, that's what you
That's
need to
three
do right
demerits, Nate. That's three
there.
demerits.
Go
Use a
put your head in the
recidivist.
cooler.
Use a recidivist.
You're right. Old Deuce. Old Deuce Deuce. Old 40 ounce. There we go. Your new name is Old 40 ounce. What up? Old English. How you doing?
Hey man, don't make fun of my heritage. Hey,
Shit.
I'm embarrassed of what I've done.
St. Ives bottle head, man. Like, shoot, like, nah, but like I said, bro, all in all, like I said, I don't take certain things personal. If it's something that I take
Oh no,
personal,
man.
it's because
Hey
no,
man.
no, no. Listen, I'm breaking it down to you. If I take something personal, it's because it's something I seen in real time. Other than that, I don't
Mhm.
give a fuck about all that other shit. My message is clear as day, and I'm speaking on certain things that need to be spoken about, and I'm bringing
I,
awareness to
I'm not worried about letting you down. That's no problem. I can hold the standard.
it.
You know what I'm saying? I see what you're trying to do, and I see what you're doing. You're going to be successful. But all you're saying is use a little common sense. Tree huggers.
Ain't had nothing to do with no tree huggers, but it's all right.
Hey man,
Yeah,
quit
look,
being
hold on,
soft.
look. Wait, hold on,
Quit being
look. Roy just said that perfectly how I just said it earlier. We got to get back to bringing things to these kids that look they can have a safe haven if they not safe at home.
what you're
Us as
saying
a
is
community lost that.
yeah. Um, we're not supposed to have these problems at this point because you're a little bit younger than me. I give you 10 years, right?
About that depends on how old you
Name a problem has been solved. This is Vietnam War.
are. Nothing.
Nothing. It's not just an American problem. It's a worldwide problem.
I didn't say that at all. Again,
I said
don't
it.
over. You
It's not an
said it, but
American
guess
problem. It's
what?
not just an American problem. It's a worldwide problem.
And guess what? If this word is being reached worldwide, what do you think I'm doing? Exactly. Don't go
Yeah.
there today. I'm gonna snipe your shit today, man. I'm feeling you, but I'm sniping your shit today.
Hey man, I'm unstoppable.
Nah, but all in all, bro, no. Listen, we know it's a worldwide problem, but all in all, this type of messages reach worldwide.
Yeah, but
Google.
okay, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. When black people start a business, they have to cater to everybody. They have to cater to and have to be over the top customer service because because that's one of the things missing to put the equation together. You have to make your neighborhood safe. You have to Hey, Roscoe's got robbed again. The same
Today?
one PNB got not today, maybe a month
Oh,
ago. Yeah, I came in the
oh,
parking lot, took everything. They came in there with no money to buy chicken, purses.
yo, you breaking up a bit. Yo, oh, hey. TX, bless us, sis.
Mic check.
Mic check 1818. You good
Mic
now?
check 1 2 1 2. Ain't you from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I am from Brooklyn, but I do
Oh, you're a
things
younger.
different,
You don't know.
son.
You're a younger. You don't know. You don't know about that ultramagnetic MCs on your ass. You don't know about that.
You right, I don't. I don't know
Rough enough,
nothing. You
rough
forgot
enough
where I
to,
came from. You forgot where I came from.
rough
Don't
enough
matter,
to break,
baby.
rough enough to break New York from Long Island.
Oh man, I don't know nothing about that, man.
You don't
You
know
was
about
still
that.
tree hugging. You was still tree hugging when that song came out, so I don't want to hear that.
You understand? When that shit came out, the world changed. Everybody understand them lyrics. Lyrics. And then came Nas. Then came Cube. Hey, what's your top five, Nate? Fucking diss it.
So you could diss it. That's on another live. We gonna do that on another live. I might have a panel like that. You could
A hip
diss all
hop
you want.
conversation. It's one of my
Ain't no
favorite
dissing
subjects.
because the majority of the music is probably gonna pan out the same way anyway.
Let me ask you
I
something,
would.
man. Let me ask you something. I'm gonna tell you the truth in your opinion. Did I meet Pac or not? LA riots, Crenshaw and Florence. We making a left off of Florence on Crenshaw to make a left. My homie go, oh, there's Pac over there. So I see Pac. I throw the black fist. He look at me and he go, hey, hey, threw the black fist back. Did I meet Pac or not?
No. You
Yes.
asked this question. No, you asked this question before. That's why I said no. Are we doing that again? You asked that question the last live.
You can say what you want, but I met Pac.
All right.
I didn't
We
see him.
all
I met
did.
him. We talked. This is before, Illuminati kicked in.
Ah, sucker. That's what's up. Wait a minute, not you. That's what's up. I already know. Super Bob. Do what you gotta do. Nah, that's good peoples right there. TX. Like I said, if y'all in the chat right now, drop them links and
Okay,
show
okay,
each other some
all
love.
right. This is Pac, one of my favorite subjects to talk about. I'm gonna ask you this. Pac said to a confident that this Biggie Pac thing is all hype. It's not even us doing this shit.
Yeah, that was hype. There was a lot of things that was hyped up. But then again, everybody was still part of the hype. That's the problem.
Hey, either
Eve
party,
blessing sis.
either party involved had no parts in what went on. It was controlled. It was completely controlled and manipulated by older folks. Put it that way.
Okay.
That's my conspiracy. I'm a conspiracy theorist. That's what happened.
I don't have a conspiracy. That wasn't
I
part
do.
of the topic.
Anyway,
But I'm gonna let you rock out. But I'm gonna let you
take
rock
off.
out right now.
Hey, but take off. Hey. All I'm saying is take off the Nipsey. End result is they're not here. End
Yeah.
result is they're not here. But these
But
people can
guess
make a
what?
difference.
They was part of that machine that's still existing right now. Whether you want to believe it or not, they was part of that machine. Whether they and they spoke about what they need to spoke about. It was just differences. Nip was trying to definitely just promote like how everybody should be promoted. Open up businesses, try to give back, and try to at least help. Pac was on the verge of trying to do what he needed to do. That probably would have been
But he's
definitely
not here to
influential for
do
all
that.
of
What
us.
I'm saying.
I
He's not.
grant that. Listen, I grant the end result that. But at the end of the day, I respected that as a whole because they kept it pushing and they were still standing on what they were supposed to stand on, rather it was against the machine or not.
Pac should have did his time and came out and kept doing his thing.
No, what they feared was him having a political party. That's what that was.
Yep.
And he would have did it.
Now we getting somewhere.
But you're not getting nowhere because this wasn't part of the topic tonight. We was talking about the kids right now.
Well, Pac changed his name to Machiavelli, which is part of the what he's trying to do, which is a political party, which is just logic. It's not even it was going to turn to a movement. So the government took him out. People don't understand how Nipsey got taken out, but that could have been government too, if you have any understanding of mind control. All you need is an enemy, a weak-minded enemy, or a weak-minded person around you. Happens all the time when you think about it.
But see, the real ones know how to eliminate, how they say it, process of elimination. That's when it comes when this is me all in the fucking I
Well,
know process of elimination. If I know your heart and spirit ain't really there, you can't ride with me in any way, shape, or form. And it's not to say I don't care how you feel about that afterwards. No, because I'm gonna take that into consideration. But you
I'm
can't knock
I,
my
I'm
hustle
a
or my drive.
I'm a mind made up type of guy.
Exactly. Deuce, blessings. Glad you could tune in. But what I
100.
say right now is truth because anybody that got kids or they got kids that be around their kids should know any type of effects that affect they fucking friends affects the family as a whole. Got to get
And you know
back to
what?
that
And
lesson.
you're not asking for too much.
I'm not
You're
what?
not you're not asking for too much.
No, I'm definitely not.
No, absolutely. It has some kind of control around what goes on around you. Can you get some peace of mind? But by okay, I'll give you an example. Well, that's not a good example. But I'm saying is when you get home, that should be your peace. But if somebody want to bump music next door or something like this and just that, we're too close packed in together, you know what I'm saying? One person might put up with it, another person won't. But how
Yeah.
they handle that should be civilly. Because people done got smoked over noise complaints.
Yeah, it's a common respect, it's a common decency, and it's all of that when it comes. It just all in all, it plays hand to hand. We lack that
What
as
I'm
a
saying is,
community now.
what I'm saying is, I bump my music, you don't. But we're neighbors, right?
Yeah.
I, culturally, I should turn my music down for you to a steady. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, that's just in general, period. That's just common knowledge and common
That's
sense.
what I'm saying. In general, common knowledge. Other people figure it out, except for white people and black people.
Nah,
Just being shallow right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know you being light skinned, but you being all right. The
Hey
truth,
man,
salute.
what was that skin quit?
I could have said something worse, but it's Sunday.
I didn't say about you putting fingerprints on chalk. Hey man, I didn't say about you putting fingerprints on charcoal. I didn't say none of that shit.
Oh man, you look like last week's asphalt. Look at you. Look at you.
That's
Don't go
not
there
light
today.
skin, sir. That's not a light skin joke. Joke.
It's about to be light skin. Like you got sun damage and all of that nigga shit.
Shut your skinny nose ass up. I ain't gotta put up with your shit.
You right. You don't, but you here. So you have a choice. Pick your poison, sir. Pick your poison, sir. Like,
I will not. I will not drink off your tea.
well, you don't got to. I didn't ask you to, but you're gonna respect the rules and regulations of the house, chat.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It has to be in your house. Okay, I won't get kicked out.
Mhm.
If I get kicked out of here, you know what they'll say about me? I got enemies, man, waiting to laugh.
If I ever kick somebody out, that's because you went against the guidelines that I stand against. And that guideline is something that I never feared from and I never revered from. If you are
Oh,
doing any type of harm towards these kids that can psychologically fuck them up, you are an enemy in my book. So,
right on, man.
stand firm on that. Fuck around
That
and
is
punch in your face
that is
multiple times.
hey, that's what they call auspicious.
Honor,
Is
I don't
without
give a
fault.
fuck what you want to call it technically. I'm calling it real nigga shit. If you on
That
that
means
type
hey,
of
you call it what you want. I
time,
say I call it holding the line, holding the standard. We gotta have a standard.
if you don't, you just gonna fall for anything, and you just gonna allow anything to happen. I'm
Yeah,
not one of them.
anything meaning excuses.
I'm not one of them. If I had an excuse for everything, trust me, it would have worked. But then again, I can't excuse nothing when sometimes I gotta take accountability for my own shit. And that's what everybody gotta do. Take accountability, look in that mirror and say what's right and what's wrong, and that's it.
That
Put the
hurts.
next foot forward.
That hurts. And I've done that. I've done that. It hurts. But you know what I did? You know what I did? Took all the derivatives, all the shit I didn't like about myself, and I just shed myself of that shit I don't know. I just took what I liked about myself or what I was useful about myself, and I moved on forward.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I had to rebuild myself several times, probably four times. Probably four times I had to rebuild myself. But I came up with that myself. I didn't come up with that through. I had to read a book or no crazy shit like that. Took my good experiences and what I'm able to do, my capabilities, move forward. That's what I mean by growth. That's why it interests me when we always talk about that because that's a word I've not heard on social media.
If you ain't hear it, you gonna hear it from me. So I don't care. Well, it's
Yeah,
positive. It's positive growth that's supposed to be happening. Period. Like I said, our forefathers of the communities used to make sure they instilled certain values, whether they was doing right or wrong. But we
yeah,
never got exposed to a lot of shit, and we never had to worry about certain things like how we had to worry about now. The main things we had to worry about was making sure these teachers wasn't on that type of time when our kids got to school. Other than that,
yeah. There's always a new fucking problem because the generation before that didn't have to deal with that.
man,
This shit is it's a mind blowing shit happening. You're like, goddamn. At first, I didn't even know how to respond to that, and they took advantage of that. The people that's doing these things because what is the end game to this? How come the governments or the state or whoever is that you're paying taxes to hasn't responded to that appropriately? When I say appropriately, I mean shut that down, or to the point where P freaks is leaving your city to go somewhere else because they can't do that shit here.
again,
When it comes when it comes to education,
mm,
it hasn't been okay. Okay, look, police are deputized, sheriff, shit like that. They're deputized. Why haven't they done that to the people that educate us? Drug tests, all of that. Shut it down. Shut it down.
you wanna know
Because
why? You wanna know why? Because again, as a community, we ain't come together and rise up and really bring that to the forefront, regardless. Whether they want to hear it or not, they gotta understand that there are dangers that are fucking out there present, even to this day. Fuck just social media. There's a lot of things present in real
like I
time that
said,
need to be addressed, bro. And if
I
we're
just
not bringing it to the forefront, if we're not standing on it and fuck just marching, if we're not standing on it and by right taking what's ours, nothing's gonna change.
we have to be more creative in our responses to things. That makes sense. You
No,
gotta
I
be
get you.
creative. You gotta be creative and intelligent and come with some shit that, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. But they can't call it. We have to call it. The kid that you will never expect to get that much attention for what somebody even screwed over. That kid is the lightning point. Not some over the top crazy shit, which don't even make sense.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Logically, all these kids could be reached at some point. Even the ones that are not fully in the belly of the beast
No,
can
no,
be
no,
reached.
no, 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 no. Um, the United States government did not have a program where they fed kids in the morning. They got embarrassed by the government was embarrassed because the Black Panthers was doing it. You get a little cornflakes and milk in the morning. You get a little this and that. Then you go to school, and now you concentrate on what you're doing. But they seem to forgot that at some point.
That's a whole. I already know that. Again, is that you can come at it from a different perspective and still going to lead back to the common thing we are still talking about. We got to
Yeah,
implement certain things to fucking help these kids one way or another. It doesn't differ from that message at all. Even when it comes to those type of programs, even if you got to do it yourself. So what? Yo, y'all need something? Y'all good? Y'all need a little breakfast? Y'all need this?
yep.
Y'all know y'all need this because that breakfast is the most important part of the day for a kid anyway.
Um, Someone will have to see that and get the bigger picture and do that.
You got some people who do
And
that.
you know what? And you know what? There's a lot of people in the community that probably love to do that, but they don't have the means or the ways to get it started, or they don't have the heart, or they're shy, or
You got some like that, but not all. Because I know some people who, even if they selling dinner plates, yo, if you need something hit, yo, listen, we selling plates, we doing this for the kids. If we got to, it's some people who still do that, but it's not a whole collective like it used to be.
yeah,
That's
yeah. It
what
used
we
to
got
be,
to get back to.
it used to be people take care of people because
Yeah,
they get it. They get it. But those things that work against you in this situation are there. You can tell now. Just when you're getting somewhere, it's trying to get you somewhere, a pandemic hit. These are planned events. They knew it for years it was coming. Certain people, right? But we're
uh-huh.
not on that side of the coin. But the the way that people look at it, it's starting to come out that you know what I'm saying. Um, People in leadership can't answer the simple questions.
If you can't answer a simple question, then you can't answer any questions at all. That's just how I looked at it.
Yeah.
But these are simple questions that should everybody should have a fucking common answer to. How do you
Yeah.
protect the kids? Anyway, you got to get back to that notion of I got to treat these kids like they were my own kids, regardless of what's going on, because that shapes their future. Again,
Oh yeah.
no,
Oh
it's
yeah.
no clearer than that.
I I I, I agree with you 100% on that. We had a let me see. It's in the '70s, man, and a Queen album came out. I remember my babysitter, like a 30-year-old chick named Trish, and all the kids come on to her, and she would feed us, give us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was, but to her, it probably wasn't much. But I remember the cigarettes she smoked. I remember everything. But she cared enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she charged for the services, but it wasn't that much. But I mean, she did that just so you know what I'm saying. You don't have that nowadays. That's look. It's like a peer pressure looked down upon. We broke it down in the individual.
Well,
I'm
I
just
ain't
saying.
one of them. I ain't one of them because, like I said, if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, and the people that know me in real time, even when I present them on here one of these days, they're gonna tell you. If I know I could do it, I could do it. If I can't do it, I still try to find a way to help. That's
Oh
that's
yeah.
the wrong way it's supposed to be.
I got a homeboy looking at 16 years right now. 16. He my age.
Crazy. Like I said, again, sometimes it be the mentality in the background. But you gotta at some point be able to fucking process that elimination. Like, you know what? This kid is definitely, or this person is definitely in need of that much help. They're gonna have to get this. You know?
Yeah. I would tell young cats, man, try to listen a little better and turn the TV off. But that's not easy to say.
Yes, it is. You can say it in the simplest way. You need a balance. Instead of you sitting on the TV, go outside, go witness things, go be a part, go socialize. It's
Yeah,
supposed,
but
like I said, it's
outside is
supposed to
not
be a
there.
balance.
Outside is not there. Outside is discouraged by actually the TV or whatever. Suggestion is so dangerous outside, you can't go out and do nothing.
That's not the case. Look, that's the case for some people, but not all people.
Yep.
I'm from that. Listen,
I agree. I do the fuck I want to do.
listen. I know people right now like that's not that far up under me in age, and even then, we was encouraged to go outside a lot of times, go play with the kids, go do whatever because a lot of times that's what we needed. Yeah, it's cool to be watching TV and doing all this other stuff, but then you still need a balance. You still need proper air, exercise, fundamentals, etc., etc. You ain't
Yep.
just
Life
gonna get that
experience.
sitting on the internet or sitting on the TV all day.
Yep. Life experience. Some kids lazy to a certain age and they get active. Some kids active to a certain age and they, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But you got to give them the chance and opportunity to do these things. And it's not there. It's not there like it. You know what I'm saying?
All right. But this is why I said, all in all, it has to come back to that because we are in crucial times and we are in dire times, and a lot of times we got to really look at it. These kids shouldn't have to go through the psychological traumas and go through the bullshit before they even
Yeah.
reach a certain age because
I,
that shapes their future again.
I agree. Enough problems that we know how to fix, we have no control over fixing. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
But we don't have enough control over fixing these problems ourselves. So you have to think tank the shit and come with something better. Because they're taking kids away from mothers and all kind of shit.
listen, sometimes you're gonna have to do that, especially if there's traumas where it presents a danger to the child. Period. Do we want to see another? Do we have to hear another kid a trauma of somebody dying, being molested, or being even just put out there like that? We don't
Well,
need that no more.
some charges are more serious than over. I would say that molestation is a more serious charge than abuse. So as to be nipped in the bud right away. Because you got to cut these vampires off, yo.
Any type of listen, I don't care if it's molestation or even if it's verbal and physical abuse. Any type of harm towards the kids where the kids don't feel safe, it needs to be nipped in the butt right then and there.
I agree.
We all getting right back to the same common goal. We gonna do this all night because I got time too.
A ch-
Just saying, bro. Truth.
yeah, but you know you live in a no snitch culture bullshit and all this this and that. These are not put forward by us. No snitch, all that shit did not come from us.
I know that. First of all, like I told somebody, I feel like this. And I'm gonna break this down the best way possible. There's no word snitching unless you really are in the streets like that. No, if
Yeah,
you are
yeah,
in the
yeah.
streets like that, you are part of a gang or if you're a part of a crew, you part of whatever, or you just doing shit on your own.
That's
And you
different.
snitching, look, that's different. But if you are a citizen and you are doing the right thing, that's not snitching. That's doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing and standing up for what's right.
Yeah.
Period.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I used to be a criminal, right? And whenever say I did a crime and I got caught by the police and they whooped my ass, I would just take that ass whooping because I committed to the crime.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this: that I don't if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I'm not, I'm not. And if I committed to a crime, no piddly shit. Uh, I have to complete the mission. But whatever came with it, if I got caught, whatever, that's it. The subject of snitching never even came up.
Yeah, but it's been generalized over the last what over 15
Yeah, yeah,
years or
yeah, yeah.
so.
But something that no snitching is just fucking bullying. That's all it is.
Yeah, but you not really bully. If anything, that's supposed to be bullying the people that's supposed to be living by the code. But those who don't live by the code got a right to say and do what the hell they supposed to do. Hold on, Rachel, salute and blessings, Queen, and Papa Will, salute. I seen you
Hey,
sneaking
Papa
in
Will,
here.
what do you do? Salute the chat.
Now, see, since you was late, Papa Will, you already know you got to play that organ again.
Yeah,
I ain't ending it just yet, but I'm just saying all in all,
yeah,
gotta
yeah, yeah.
definitely rise
I,
up,
I,
man.
I like you to keep your mind on the big picture, which is very, very important to keep that narrative. I do, man.
My mind been on the big picture. The big picture a lot of times is just us as a whole doing better. I can't say that shit
That is
more
the big,
clearly.
hey, that is the big picture. But a lot of problems should have been solved by now. But the excuse of racism, politics, blah blah blah, is getting in the way because North Korea, problem with Israel and Palestine, things like that should have been solved already. No one's showing any greatness.
A lot of that is going to pan out, but it ain't panning out right now until the right people get together, like I said. So,
What's that gonna take? That's a nerve.
yeah, because at some point, a lot of people are going to definitely get tired of that. So, like I said, when
Yeah,
most people rise, I'm one of them. So I don't give a fuck. I don't back down for nothing.
yeah, but who picks that time, you or them? And it has to be done intelligently.
Oh, hey, you were talking to somebody that's highly intelligent, brother. Don't get it twisted. I can come at you
I
from
know.
all
Hey,
angles.
hey, you feel like I try to dumb you down? I try to dumb you down, Nate.
I tried it, but it didn't work.
Man, I ain't trying to dumb you down. Quit light skinning me. Quit light skinning me.
See, you gotta make that make sense. That's not even a logical sentence. See, go back in the corner. Go back
I'm
in
not
the
light
corner.
skinned. I was black as you 3 months ago. Shut your ass up.
I don't know. You look kind of. I don't know. You look lighter than my dog right now, so I don't know. I'm
My,
gonna have
my
to. I'm
mama,
gonna
my mama called me. My mama called me, right? Said I'm in the
have
house painting. I have to ride on the plane.
to. All right, bro. But see, like I said, we could chop it up, have more jokes and chill. But then at the end of the day, too, we do get down to these topics. Like I'm one of them. I'm not refraining from
Hey,
nothing.
Mike,
I'm bringing content wise.
as far as this conversation, I would love to come with an idea. Like, man, that might work. So I just throw them out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best way possible. Even in real time, a lot of them guys just come together and just throw some shit
Yeah.
out there, man.
I
It
told my
don't take
homeboy.
much.
I told my homeboy. I said, if you don't get our shit, we need to just stop giving blood. Period. He's like, oh man, too many brothers, man, have to give blood just to get. I understand that, but stop giving blood.
Yeah. And then even when it comes down to this, like I said, the kids should feel safe no matter what it is, even when they outside a lot of times. But see, like I said, some of these dangers are presenting itself because it's not just social media. It's things that we know for a fact. We know for a fact is happening. And a lot of that shit is coming from the younger kids, not so much as the older folks. Some of the
Yeah,
older
some
folks
parts,
play a part into it, but not all of them. But the
some
majority of
parts.
the time, the kids are the ones that's doing the harm now because a lot of them are hurt one way or another. And a lot of them are being influenced to say, you know what, this is how you deal with the problem. Shouldn't
Yeah,
be that way.
them kids simply need answers. Because once the kids hit a certain age, and the government is a cruel trick because they'll implement this stuff and act like they didn't do that. I had nothing to say about it. I give you an example. It has to be. It don't have to be sexy like a police shooting. It's something like the Jackson water crisis.
Mm.
The kids will see that, and it is what it is to them.
But that shouldn't be the narrative. Again, you could
Yeah,
try to
and
attack it
again,
from any perspective, and it's gonna go right back to the same logic. We got to
yep,
protect them at all costs.
yep. Because what happens next is they should be asked what you're doing next time something come with that like that, and then they talk about it and say, when this happened, we're gonna do this, or this happened, we're gonna do that, or this happened. You know what I'm saying? But the most important thing would be when next time something like that happens, we take care of each other.
Yeah, and that's what we got to get back to. My
Yeah.
bad. I had to double check. My dog over here just looking at me crazy. Oh, you thought I was dropping something for you, my man? I'm gonna hit you with the Denzel, my man. Oh yeah, that's why I forgot. I do got his damn doggy treat. My bad, little nigga here.
Sweating you, sweating you, sweating your ass. I need dinner.
Nah, you know when that tail start wagging at 1,000 miles an hour, he done seen something like nigga. I know I seen it. I smell it.
Check it out.
Yeah. Nah,
Oh
but
yeah.
let me get that boy. You know, ran off like he always do. Get him, son. That nigga run off.
Talk to you later.
He gonna come back because I still got the other one in my hand. Look, he done came right back.
And came right back.
What's up, my guy?
Yeah, we're talking mathematics. 1 + 1 = 2. But I'm out of here, man. I had a good time, man. I like chopping it up with you, man. I like keeping it 100. 'Cause, you make me brainstorm.
But bro, listen. Everybody should be brainstorming when it comes to these type of topics that I bring. Like I said, this channel is what it is and what is said in that damn fucking description, whether you like it or not. Now, if you want to entertain some dumb shit, I'll make another channel for that, but I ain't doing all of that because I don't need to entertain nothing that ain't helping us build.
It's all about building.
Exactly.
But we have to accept every intangible, any kind of forward progress, growth that you make. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years of that where you at.
Shoot. Hopefully, in another 10 years, I'd have been made a difference, like I said, how I'm starting to. So I ain't worried about it. I'm on
When
my field.
when you're seeing the right thing, man, you just need the right ear.
Oh no, the right ear come across it, and when the right ear do, it'll fall into place. I don't rush nothing. Like again, I don't rush greatness. Greatness just happens.
Yep, yep. Make the great at that. On that note, I'm gonna bounce. Before
You
you
already
go
know.
though, before I go though, before I make my last statement,
Yeah.
you, sir, look like avocado.
Oh man. Shout out to old head dudes, breath smelling like sewer water and caviar. Yeah, I could do that too, bro. You keep failing to realize I'm roast master over here. Nah, but shout out to old head dudes. Shout out to everybody that did, tune in, even those in the bushes. I hope this right here at least try to rock you because it has to resonate with all of y'all. Got to make a conscious effort in this community, one way or another, to protect the kids at all costs. And even for those adults who might want to make change and trying to go the right way, you got to help them as well too. Old head in the fucking comments smiling. I see you smiling, old head, looking like a fucking real life emoji, but it's all good. you know. There's positive ways to make things happen, especially when it comes to this right here. You know, like I said, it's bad enough they being attacked and exposed to things on here, but then in real time, they're getting exposed to a whole lot worse. And we gotta really have that fucking common goal to say, all right, enough is enough. Like I said, when does it stop? It'll stop when a lot of y'all get it together and realize what I'm saying is overall general facts. I don't care how many opinions and views you come with, it's going to come back to the same common goal that these kids are no longer safe and we got to make them safe. We got to take that into consideration. I'm not going to let my brother or let anybody else's kid that I know for a fact, I'm not going to let them present themselves or get themselves to any type of danger that they know they can't get out. And if I know I can help any way, shape, or form, I try that, you know. But I was going to try to hold it up for anybody else that wanted to pop up. Because, like I said, this is a genuine topic that I like to get different views and opinions on. But if ain't nobody else popping up, at some point I'm going to end this because I don't want to hold everybody. I know most of y'all got to get prepared for tomorrow, you know. But this is something that should be shared out, period, because we got to come to a conclusion, you know. Yeah, Papa, well, I got you. Hold on. Like I said, this live was mostly for everybody, especially those who have kids or have been around kids. And like I said, this is a touching topic, and this is something that everybody should get to. Dee Dee, blessings, sis. Glad you could tune in. You know, like I said, I ain't gonna hold everybody for long. Just wanted to get that really out there because this is something that we need to fucking fix, all in all. How do you expect the kids to be the future if we not trying to show them better ways to the future?
Salute to the chat and Dee Dee and everybody else in the chat. I don't know. You know, I'm way a whole lot older than having kids going to school. But what I say is the problem, because that's the only position I can speak from, is what I have seen happen since me. What I
Yeah,
see is that the generation after me cursed a lot and did not pay attention going to school themselves and didn't allow their kids to bring that education home to the house. What I mean by that is in my mother had a fifth grade education, right? So when
mm,
I was in the sixth grade, I knew words that she didn't know. So she didn't allow me to say those words in the house, which meant that she couldn't assist me in doing my homework because she didn't know what the words meant.
yeah,
And so then what that did to my two nieces that got raised by my mother, their educational level went even lower. Because why get in trouble with my mama who was still pulling out belts and shoes and whooping us? And they thought, why get involved with what we see she's doing to our Uncle Butch already? So then when my first niece got pregnant, I took her daughter. I took Bridget. I said, I'm not gonna let you grow up and be like your mama. Because your mama was not raised by her mama. And so Bridget turned out good. Bridget don't speak to none, but now all of those people are dead, you
yeah,
know? But what I see is, first of all, in the schools, man, we are still teaching kids to lie. That we got brought here by slavery. So I don't want to get started on that. I'll have more on that tomorrow to say. But
yeah,
in the schools, the kids are still being taught to lie. So guess what they don't want to do? They don't want to go to no goddamn school. What do you mean? And they want to go to no school because this is the same thing I said The generation after me, which was your parents probably, same thing you said, they ain't teaching me nothing. So where
Yeah.
we all wind up at? Out on the streets. Why? Because that bully or those bullies, it were, like in the hood. I'm talking about in the hood, projects, low income areas. The kids whose parents had nice jobs, drove them to school, went to all the parent teacher meetings, influenced what their teachers were teaching the kids. Those are the things that, in order for it to stop, that's what the new parents got to do. It can't be about welfare. It can't be about mothers with no husbands. It can't be about raise yourself. It can't be about your mama don't know how to cook. It can't be about your mama don't know, how to help you with your homework. It can't be about that. We got to start raising adults, bona fide adults, high class adults that are dodging the hijack and take that shit home and teach their kids that, hey, you could be president. That's for white people. No, most of the people that have been presidents in this country were black. But who's telling you? Ain't nobody telling you that black people are anything. Now I don't mean to make it sound racist or prejudiced or discriminatory, but we're black. I blame my white half of me of having white privilege. That it got a college education. It's made enough money to retire. It's been retired for 13 years. But that's just that the Irish side of me. But this Negro side of me has suffered, dude. Has suffered. I done been to jail. I done sold drugs, like your homeboy was saying. I've been a criminal, you know? And how far do criminals get to go? You can't walk into no job and say that, you have a degree in street. They ain't gonna get you hired nowhere. And then if you let the neighborhood talk you out of going and working at McDonald's, man, McDonald's turned me down, said I had too much education and that I wouldn't be satisfied working there. And I was only 16. I'm like, what are you talking about? I wouldn't be, man, I just need a job. But they said I had too much education, too much knowledge to work at McDonald's. And here there's hundreds of thousands of black people think that they're too good to work at McDonald's, so they sit at home doing what? Doing what? Your mama go out to work every morning, and before she gets out the door, your ass done already borrowed $10 from her, so you and the fellas could buy some weed. You ain't got the hardcore discipline to go out and sell weed, but you can smoke it. I've had lots of cats like that, but when you go outside, you got to get raised by somebody that's looking out for you. That's what really saved me. That's what I'm really trying to get. I'm by descent, I'm a true Freemason. And my father didn't want to have nothing to do with it because his father had made him go through all the training. So when his father died, he ducked out. My grandmother was a West Indies Indian priestess that couldn't control my dad. He said, my dad didn't teach me shit. And my mama sold me off into slavery. And that slavery taught me how to take care of business, what profit margins is, what first in, first out means, what supply and demand means. But she didn't know none of these words. It's just what she told me to do. And I grasped it. And then I wound up going to a high school for a trade. That's what people ain't getting. Like you said, how you gonna go out and get a job and you ain't got no trade? They don't offer that everywhere, nationwide, in every school. And that's the second thing they should do. They should stop teaching this white lie that black people brought here from Africa. We ain't no damn Africans. Look at us. Look at us. We don't even look like Africans. And Africans hate us because they know we're goddamn indigenous Americans. We ain't no goddamn Africans. And the second thing is we got to set up something like junior achievement. Somebody, a sports athlete or somebody with money, more likely somebody that's in sports, a whole bunch, a half a damn team mixed, white, black, all of them need to come down to the community of every city in every state and create a trade for people, for, indentured children to grow up into And so they have some kind of way to go in life. Because without it, I mean, like that guy. Let me give you this classic example, Nate, and I'm gonna shut up. That guy that when you was outside today and you was walking, I don't know where you was walking at, but it must have been in a very public place. But you said the guy asked you for cigarettes and money the first time you walked by, and then you walked back
No,
by.
it wasn't money. No, no, no. He asked me for cigarettes. I gave him 2 cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
And then I
Okay.
gave him a clip of my weed because he was getting on my nerve. And then after that, I walked away. But see, this is a person that I know for a fact was kicked out of a spot that used to be for people like him. So I'm not being funny, but I just was kind of deterred anyway. I just was trying not to go there with him. Because like I
I
said,
get it. Because remember what I said in text, you might not have read it, but I said, hey man, I live right on the other side of a big ass fence in
yeah,
Homelessville. I go out this door right now. There's 50, 60 homeless people out there. And you know what 50, 60 homeless people look like? A goddamn alligator swamp. They just looking for somebody to latch. And some of them people ain't even the homeless. They ain't mixed in there selling this. How you gonna be homeless? Yeah, of course. Let me stop. Of course you're homeless and you spent all your food stamp money, Social Security, disability, whatever the fuck you getting on meth or crack.
yeah,
Of course you do. That's why you out there. You only got a little piece of mental illness, but that little piece of mental illness stopped you from fitting in a normal society. Because you don't fit in, you can't sit down and be quiet. I had that problem. They wanted to medicate me, man, when I was in the first grade. They said, your son cannot sit down and be still and stop disrupting the class. And they had the nerve to ask me, why do you do that, William? Because you're going so slow. You're going too slow for me. Now, how dare I tell the teacher she's teaching too slow? Well, what about the rest of the kids? They need to step up. They need to step up.
yeah,
I wanted to get that fuck word in there at 6 years old, but I learned don't curse around adults, school teachers, parents, cousins, grown-ups, period. It's not how you live life. But anyway, there I was struggling. So I had to prove to them that I deserved more so that they wouldn't think I was mentally ill. So they
yeah,
had me read the next grade's book and tell them what the story was about. I did that shit so well, man. They hurried up and shot me out of kindergarten and put me in the first grade.
mhm,
They hurried up. And first grade couldn't handle me either. They hurried up and shot me to second grade. But what about them kids that didn't? They couldn't get it. They couldn't understand that Jack and Jill went up a hill. So what's a hill? Who's Jack? Well,
yeah,
what's Jill doing there? And we got them kind of people walking the streets. Some of them kind of people are people's parents. Like my nieces. My oldest niece was a year younger than me. She had that kind of mental illness. And it just got worse as she got older. And man, I hate to say it, but when um when she was like 40, 41, 42 years old, she died from an aneurysm.
yeah,
Brain just goddamn exploded. I'm
yeah,
like, wow, that shit could have happened to me. We're cut off of half the same gene, but it happened to her. And then I turned around and her mama dead, and her other sister dead. I'm like, what happened to you people? How come y'all didn't go to college like I did? Get good jobs. Have a real good family life. Don't be a criminal, though. You might not be built for that. But that's what, like you, Nate, you got family. You done made it. How come you made it? Are they making it? Who's the highest making it person in your family tree? You know, who was able to dodge the hijack, go out and learn who they really was, go to school, get a good education. Now they're teaching other people how to succeed on a job or whatever, you know? And that's what we ain't getting. We're getting more and more, and I have to add the white kids in there too, because I've been teaching white kids too that hey, y'all can't walk around being stupid. Because if they're gonna be electing y'all more easier than black people to run this place, How you gonna run this place? You gonna be walking around here stupid and a dead fish in a motherfucking small bucket. I just made that up because that's where you be talking, Nate.
Nah, I don't be making up shit, nigga, when it come to facts. You know that already. Papa Will, I already know you on blunt 10. Go sit in the corner.
Man, I can't figure out why the fuck I can't get the heat right and the air right in my apartment, man. I'm sitting here sweating right now, and it's 65 degrees outside. Get this. Ooh.
I think it's about the same. I think it's about the same out here. It's just a little windy.
You hear
Nah, but
me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Ryder,
well,
Ryder said
well, no, you're right though. Yo, listen, you're right when it comes down. They gotta start implementing certain things, and again, it all goes back to this: the kids are supposed to have a safe haven, whether it's at home or not. That's the overall gist of it. Us as a community lost that. We got to get back to that.
I'm
And I
sure.
believe that, there are still people, because you still have a small handful of people who are on the forefront in different ways. But it take all of us as a community to get together, man.
All of us. You're right. Nobody's exempted, man. Nobody's better than nobody else.
Exactly. But see, that's the problem. And see, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is the common thing. This is the common thing, like you were saying earlier, and that's a fact too. They'll glorify all the other negative shit, but won't glorify somebody busting their ass or doing something for the better of the community or just for the better as a whole. Period. Like, okay, he could have been this, but instead he actually went this route. I could have been a street nigga. I could have been out here robbing, killing, doing all that shit. I ain't have to do none of that. I ain't have to do none of that because I had people that ain't want to see me go down that route. And it wasn't just family; it was just people, period, that didn't want to fucking see me go down that route. So at the end of the damn day, like I said, it was a community thing. Because I could have been one of them fucking niggas right now through the fucking cracks. And as far as, yeah, I'd have been out here tweaking right now, but it ain't that crucial. When you got something to live for and you got something that you know you could present, you got to present it. What I present here is this overall general dialect and conversation that needs to happen. And also a way of some sort of solution to build one way or another. Diamond Jackpot, blessings, sis. Y'all already know if y'all just coming in, hit that like button on the way in. But just like I said, I'm one of those. I'm one of those people. I'm a whole different breed of person. So I stand on something, I mean it. And that part right there should not go over nobody's head. In order for us to really get through to them and make sure they have a safe haven, we got to eliminate some of these adults who are still on that type of time now.
Yeah. The other day we were talking, and I was trying to say that if, say, a person like me that's my age that circulates with people your age, but
Uh,
every time you see me, you can't trust nothing coming out my mouth because I'm always lying to you, and that resonates in your mind that, oh man, people like Papa Will can't be trusted. Man, all them motherfuckers do is lie to you, lie to you, lie to you. Well, understand this, that people in your age group are doing the same thing to younger people. They're doing the same damn thing. They're not trying to tell them how and where to go to get to do better. They're just standing there lying to them, giving them some phony ass stories because they're older than them. They're taking their advantage of being older than them and saying, well, man, I don't know. He could be telling the truth. What the fuck does that mean? He could be telling the truth. If you ain't sure he ain't telling the truth, then he probably ain't telling the truth. Go get the truth. Go past that person, because a lot of times people that didn't make it are the people that run up on you that don't want you to make it. And I'm so anti bully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you see how I am. I can't even let your own friends say something that ain't true on your panel in front of me. It just don't. I got no opinions. All I got is facts from having lived and what I went and learned and cross examined and went and got another opinion to make sure that when it comes out of my mouth, I know what I'm talking about. So if a person just takes you for granted, what good is it to you if you ain't selling them drugs? That's what made me do it. I was 8 years old, man. I got in a crap game. They thought I couldn't count. I won all their damn money for thinking I couldn't count. And when the weed man came to sell weed to the crap shooters, nobody had no money but me. So who had to buy the weed? I bought it. And I bought his weed up, and then he wanted to get in the crap game. He wanted to win my money with my money. That's what that's called. You wanna get over on me with my own shit. You're gonna outthink me by giving me this shit that I don't need and giving you my money is gonna win you all my money. Then you're gonna win back all your weed, and then I'm gonna be the one that's broke, no weed, no money. Fooled his black ass with that one. Next, the cocaine guy shows up, wants to buy some weed from the weed man. The weed man ain't got no weed. Well, what's your weed? Oh man, Butch got it all. Who the hell is Butch? That little kid over there. You let that little kid win all your weed? What about your money? Oh, he got that too. Oh man, let me go get this little fool. So the coke man jumps up in the game, and guess what happens? He tried to outcount me, but he was too high on his own cocaine to count his goddamn self, and so I slicked him. Bitch, slick me. Y'all can't count. Y'all are idiots. How come y'all didn't go to school and learn how to count? You know, count. How you gonna count dice on your fingers? And that's what that fool tried to do each other. You know, the dice, you can't, the dice don't stop. The dice roll when they stop, the numbers count and they get picked back up. That's what it's mean to pay to play, and the game is to be sold, not told. I ain't gonna tell you what the number was. Didn't you see what it was? The dice stopped long enough for you to pick up what the number was. Well, I'll tell you. And I'm gonna take your money too. So when I won all his money, y'all don't even want to know. The last thing happened is some idiots that wanted coke was up in my backyard shooting heroin, and they was fighting over the needle, and the needle broke in the dude's arm, and you could see it go up his arm and kill him. 8 years old, and I'm looking at a kid that's 11 years old die because the guy that's bullying him with this goddamn needle killed him. And you was talking earlier about not snitching. Only way we couldn't snitch is get the fuck out of there. We all blew out. Left them two fools in my back, in the back area behind the. I didn't have a backyard. I lived in a building. It went from corner to corner, and then it had an alley behind it that they filled in because they built a church on the corner. Some more complicated shit. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if you let people bullshit you, all you're gonna do is go to the next person and bullshit them, and the next and the next and the next. And that is what's wrong with youth today. It's 2022, and I'm talking like it's 1972, because the same crap that was killing youth back then and before me. Before me, I'm just one of the ones that made it. With my bad ass, I was just bad. You know how bad people we just make it because you can't hurt us because we're just bad. You heard my poem last week. I'm just I'm just the original badass kid.
Yeah.
But the eyes got to open up. We need people talking, the straight and narrow stuff to youth, and then putting them in a situation and teaching them how to make something. We made flashlights when I was in the ninth grade at junior achievement out of plungers and those big old light bulbs that sweat you when you turn them on, and the cigarette cords, and sold that stuff. And
Yeah.
people bought it. We used to stand on the corner and sell it like drugs, and people bought them.
Serena, blessing, sis.
Yeah, no doubt, John. Appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that tuned in because, like I said, this is a topic that needs to be discussed. Period. And all in all, it got to come to some sort of resolution.
And then people say, well, if you talk like that, what are you gonna do? What have you done? I'm like, I don't like to be bragging. I don't like to talk like that because I know what I've done. In California, where I'm not from, where I lived for 35 years, I raised a son, a daughter that wasn't of my brother, was my marriage, and I raised hundreds of grown ass men and women that are in their late 40s, early 50s now, how to be in the entertainment business without being signed to a label so that all the money from all your records went into your own damn pocket. I taught them how to have shows instead of going standing on the corner robbing people or selling drugs like I did. But I had a job, like I said, I was a badass kid. They wasn't as bad as me. But I taught those people how to go and get work. Ask Kevin Hart how he got his start. When I met him, he was just some poor kid that was hoping that he could make it as a comedian. I put him on, and then I put him up on a big stage for Juneteenth in San Jose, California. One of the guys from Sony Records was there and offered him an opportunity. I think somebody else uh, got him signed, but that guy took him by the hand and led him through to where he could get on. You know, I took Spice One out the bushes from having been ripped out by all kinds of record labels and showed him how to be your own damn record label, how to promote your damn self, and go out and sell your records out the trunk like another guy I know. I keep forgetting we're not on the same coast, so I keep mentioning artists that y'all probably never heard of, except the big ones. But like Mac Dre, if he had listened to me, he never would have gotten killed out there in Kansas City that next week because he'd have been at home with us in San Jose doing that next show. But whatever took him there, he went there. He didn't make it back. Rapping Forte, when I met Rapping Forte, he was a has been living in this raggedy ass tenement house in the Fillmore on Fillmore Street in San Francisco. Sitting around smoking crack. And I taught him, that, hey man, you're famous. You made this famous song. Get your ass up out the gutter and get back with people. And he said, man, I don't know how to attack this. I said, come hang out with me. I'll show you. And I took him around to the youngsters that were coming up and introduced them to Rapping Forte that they all respected. Forte respected them for what they was doing. Now, I don't know. I know they're doing successful. I don't know if Forte resorted back or not or stayed out the gutter where he had slipped into. But then those of them that Kalani is one of my success stories. I taught him how to. If you ain't gonna step up and go on stage and other people's shows, ain't nobody gonna ask you to be on their show. You ain't never gonna make it. So I'm gonna teach you how to put on your own shows, how to be your own headliner, how to make your own money. You know,
Yeah.
and so that's what I've done because I really could have had all those people. We could have been a big old mob, man. Drugs, prostitution, all kind of other kind of shit I know how to do. But no, the Lord said, and that's what I did.
Yeah. Magruder, salute. Dirty Kenzo, salute.
I can't see nobody in
Blessings,
the chat.
sis. I know. I'm looking at everything. Blessings and salutes to everybody who just tuned in.
Well, make them late. You can't make none of them latecomers get out no Oregon, man. They might fall out, huh?
Nah.
And D Truth, he must still be watching football.
Y'all already know if y'all in here with the wrenches, drop them links and show love.
Yeah. And sub up to Papa Will. Y'all, I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers. I'm doing the show tomorrow night. I'm trying to wait till after I make sure what Nate, what's your latest time you're going to be doing the show tomorrow?
I don't know. I might do a show late because I gotta work tomorrow. I got another 14 hour tomorrow, so might do that sometime during the early evening. I'm gonna give everybody some sort of time, but I ain't going too early. I know at some point I'm gonna get a notification about your show anyway. So
Yeah. That because like we was like you was talking. Oh, there's D True. Did he bring
yeah,
his? Did
everybody
he
told
bring
me.
his organ? Salute, D. He gonna come in here slipping underneath the fingers and shit. Now the reason why I ask, because like I said, man, I resonate with you guys on the East Coast, but when it comes down to small shit, I gotta remember y'all are on the East Coast.
Yeah,
See, like it's 10:50 out there already,
yep.
and so when you say I'm gonna have a show in the evening, I gotta calculate that that's 3 hours later than where I'm at, which is early. Like if you say I'm gonna do something at 9, that's only 6 o'clock back here, and
I know that, but when I go late, a lot of times you'll know it because I try to make sure it ain't nobody even on, or I just make sure at a certain time when I'm ready to go, I just go. I
well,
need
you
to
know
have
what
a
I'm
friend.
trying to say.
Yeah, I know. But see, I'm gonna just start leaving reminders to a degree when I do go live.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because I don't want to step on your toes, D Truth's toes, Amondo's toes. You know what I'm saying? Or
it's not about. I get where you're going. It's not about stepping on toes, though, Papa. Will you got to understand where I'm coming from. I
I
try
get
to give everybody. Yeah, I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes neither. But at some points, I just go live, especially when I know it's something that I got to get the fuck off my chest. And that was something I wanted to get off my chest this morning. But the way I was feeling, I said it wasn't going to come out right. So I had to literally calm down because when we was speaking on topics like that, I really get fucking pissed off about that. I'd really be ready to go to war. I will be the one that flip a coin and don't give a fuck. Oh, okay, we doing this today. I choose violence. And I'm
Mhm.
trying not to go there because at the end of the day, we trying to reach a logical standpoint. Like I said, what are we going to do with these kids? What are we going to do with some of these adults too? Because at the end of the day, we got to make push and change.
Hey, don't get me wrong, man. I completely agree with you because I ain't know what they call it. I ain't no ass kisser, but I'm a team player. And I get it because I woke up this morning the same damn way, dude. It has taken me all day to write the right words on my uh, podcast for tomorrow. It's taken me all day to write the right words so that people would understand me and nobody would feel offended or think that I'm stupid or crazy because I don't have to say none of that nice stuff. I'm like you. I can just because I wake up, and the whole world is in danger. And then I wake up, I come to, I calm down, I walk around here, I get shit off my head because man, I wake up every day, man. I be wanting to blow some shit up because shit ain't right.
Yo, hold on. I get where you coming from. Yo, D Truth. You know I'm about to slap myself. You know I just got your notification just now. Like it literally just popped up on my phone. You having a concert that wasn't gonna tell me nothing, big baby.
Well, before anybody that's in here forgets, I would like to understand why my shit don't work sometimes. Hey, but there is something going on. Facebook is doing YouTube. I mean, it's doing all kinds of new stuff to its platform. And
Yeah,
one thing that's not happening is like every time I've looked for the notification of you are in your show, I didn't get nothing.
yeah.
I
Nah,
didn't get
because a lot of times if I don't set a reminder, it won't pop up
no.
sometimes.
I don't mean that. I burped. I didn't see no notification. So when I did a refresh, a
Yeah,
reload, boom, there the notification popped up. That's why I was late. That ain't why I was late, but that finally got me here is when it finally said that the notification was correct. So I think that the notifications are coming out of Facebook slower than they were. They were already coming out slow, But I think right now they might be coming out a little bit slower. And
I
you
don't know because I'm not logged in through my Facebook. I just come straight to YouTube.
then how are you getting this YouTube platform for all this chat?
Um, I don't. I could choose a destination on StreamYard. Remember, I don't have to necessarily use my Facebook. I could just go straight to YouTube. And if I decide, like prime example, if I don't do a StreamYard and I decide like I did this morning, I'm just going straight to YouTube. I can do that as well.
Now, how did Facebook name get up in this? Did I say Facebook? That was the
Yeah.
old man era. That that was the old man era. No, no. I mean, how can you have a YouTube chat if you don't? You set up a YouTube chat. I'm just reading what you said wrong. Say that again.
No, listen. I'm gonna break this down for you, Papa Will. I'm gonna
Okay.
break this down the best way possible. I necessarily don't. I only need 50 subscribers to do a StreamYard, and some people don't even have that and did a StreamYard. They changing certain things up from what I've seen. But all in all, with me, if I decide to do a StreamYard, even when I decide to do something, I did something in particular, but when I decide to do it, it's only going straight to YouTube. It's not going to my Facebook. My Facebook and my YouTube
Oh
name
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
completely
yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. No,
Completely different.
oh, dude, don't mention that because I tried that bullshit today. Oh
Mm.
wow, you ain't even got to say that. No, no, I get it. You because that's a whole nother networking of stuff you have to do. The truth and them, they've been doing this a long time. They done figured it out, but I
Mm.
didn't figure it out. I don't use my shit. Don't appear on YouTube unless I take a link and post it in my YouTube page. But that setting up live. Oh, dude, I tried that today. I'm telling you, it took me all day to calm the hell down, and cook and shoot videos and get over here and hang out with you.
Nah,
But
it's
no,
all good though.
I don't go over there and set up Facebook attached to my StreamYard when I'm gonna go live. I just do like you said. I just go to
Yeah.
StreamYard, create me a thing, and then I say, show me the YouTube, and it shows me the YouTube, and when that date and that time comes, boom, it goes on. But oh no, man, I ain't trying to fix up no damn YouTube, Facebook, because Facebook don't like me. It wants me to spend money with them again, and it's just too complicated. My brain don't want to, adhere to it. But now I see I'm not alone.
No, but see, that's the thing when it comes to StreamYard. Because even when I first set up an account, they were saying you have an option. You have 6 destinations. You could go from all streaming platforms if you want. From what they said, you got 6 platforms you can go from. It's either LinkedIn, Facebook, or whatever else. I just specifically go to YouTube.
Yeah, that's what we all do. That's where everybody in this goes is right here to YouTube, because YouTube will not let you at our level will not let you live stream from just straight up YouTube, and that's what Streamyard saw its option was to connect us up that we as nobodies could stream through YouTube because
Oh
YouTube.
no, but Papa Will, guess what?
Hmm,
When I don't have an open panel like how this morning, I didn't have an open panel. I can't drop a link because I went straight from YouTube. I went live straight from the YouTube on the app. I
oh,
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, they changed that up a little bit too. And I believe since I got over a certain amount of subscribers, I was able to do that. But at first, they was telling you needed at least 1,000 to do that. So they
yeah,
switching up certain things. I'm peeping little things here and there.
yeah, yeah. Because in 2011,
Mm.
if you had a YouTube account, it didn't have no numerical uh, uh, substance levels.
No, I know you was able to go live just like
Yeah, just because
I
you know
remember that.
YouTube. You remember that?
I told you one time I almost went live by mistake. Like I was on YouTube, I had just made my page. I was checking out something. I'm looking at it. I said, "What the hell is this?" And when I turned around and looked, I almost went live. I said, "Oh shoot! Let me get the fuck up out of here."
Yeah, yeah, me too. Because all I needed from YouTube was like I said, I used to have my own TV show till I moved to Vegas. Big mistake. And YouTube was there where I could take my shows, my 4 hour shows, break them all down into 30 minutes, and I could launch them to YouTube one by one, like I did for the TV channel.
Yeah.
But then, man, so where you are now, are you from there? I'm not
From
trying to
there.
get your business wherever you are. You don't have to say where you are.
I'm in
Just
New York City.
yeah.
How many times I gotta say that? I'm in the city, baby.
No. I know you're in New York City. I was trying to say, hey man, are you at 53rd Street North? Or you know what I'm saying? Because what
Nah.
I'm getting at is this: I'm not where I grew up in. I grew up in California, so for
Yeah.
35 years, man, I had enough people to do whatever the fuck I needed to do every day, and then I come to this bitch ass Vegas where I know nobody. I lost everything, dude. But don't take me wrong. I came over and found out I had cancer, and that out over here because they found out I had cancer outside of the hospital. They gave me a primary care doctor, which I couldn't get in California. That got me in to see all the right people about my back. To find out that I had more than likely hurt my back while I was a youngster in the service, and declared me unemployable and disabled 40%. And I was able to take that letter, go to my last chance to see Social Security about getting SSI. Got to that meeting, and because my paperwork was up to date and fully amalgamated from VA with a certificate that said that I was unemployable and disabled,
Yeah.
that Social Security went ahead and declared me unemployable and cashed me out as if I was 65 when I was only 55. So that was my trade off, was
Yeah.
to sacrifice all that hard work I did in California to stay financially on top and with more than enough, you know, you know, shit going on in my pockets to just realize that, okay, well, here's that time in your life where once a month these two people are going to give you money. What are you going to do? Are you going to be broke and homeless? Are you going to be a drug addict out in the street waiting, owing people money that when you get your check, you're going to try to pay them off or hide from them or go to that other guy and spend your money with him, be owing everybody? Or are you just going to put your shit together and find out what you can do righteously for people with what you got? And you see where I'm at. I'm trying to help.
I
You want
know.
me, you want me to pull my I ain't got no violin. Oh yeah, you want me to pull my little violin out for sniveling? Here. There's my little violin, okay? Anybody else want to come up here? D True?
Like I said, ain't nobody else gonna pop up. This was just a genuine conversation right now that I felt I wanted to hear everybody's opinion on, but that could be for another show. Like I said, that's always gonna be something that should be talked about and really pressed upon. So I'm headbutting everything and I don't care.
Well, I
Anything said I went too far, then guess what? I went too far, but I went too far with a purpose. So call it what you want to call it.
Hey, I be trying not to have a whole lot to say because D Truth will tell you, man, I talk too much.
Papa Will, I know this already, but that's why I ain't even say nothing. I'm over here rolling up my split because I ain't paying you no attention, but I'm paying you attention.
Are you rolling up another spleef? Huh? Tell me you rolling up another spleef.
You should have known that already.
No, I'm just
Wow.
saying it so that I can roll me up one because I ain't had one and I don't have dinner.
You should have been rolled one up after dinner. That's exactly what I did.
Oh no, no, man, I don't really like smoking this shit alone no more. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that fucked up?
Not really. Sometimes you need that. Yeah.
Well, I don't really growed out of smoking with people because I don't do people no more. Like I don't hang out around here in Vegas. I don't like these people. Well, I don't dislike them, but they ain't what I had in California.
Mm.
I'm spoiled, man. I was spoiled in California. My kids don't even call me.
That's crazy. Nah, but that's understandable though. Sometimes you need it. Like I said, sometimes you're gonna need a change of scenery. At some
Yeah.
point, I might have a change of scenery. Or like I said, New York City, born and raised. And while I'm here, I'm gonna try to do what I can do. Fuck it.
Hmm. Yeah. I told you that I was born and raised in St. Louis, right?
No, really, you told me that. You and Mandy. I know this. I pay attention, Papa Will. Don't think I don't be paying attention.
I just was re-emphasizing because I talked really strong about California because I did live there for 35 years. And, you know, there might be some people in this chat might not even be 35.
Majority of us is definitely over the age. So stop acting like you talking to a bunch of and even if the audience is young, hey, they getting the educational value. So what can you really say?
Yeah, I feel you. I just pray that y'all, you know, get that, you know, comprehension. You ain't got to be as nowhere near as old as I am. But, you know, 40, 45, 50, 55, I resonate with that age group. It's just that, you know, like if I say some shit that happened like before y'all were born and they didn't teach it in school, it'd be like, Papa, why you always trying to talk over my head, man? What do you mean? Nigga, you be saying all that shit, man. You know I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So to be respectful, you know, I'd rather know where I'm at so that I maintain myself in what I say, that it doesn't go over nobody's head. Because, like I said, in the streets, we got kids, man, that's getting shit going over their heads. We got people.
Go
I,
ahead.
I want to tell you a real nasty story, man, for you and who's left. Can I tell you a nasty story of something that happened to me?
Depends on how nasty it is. And if it was one of them nasty ones you brought up in the last slide, Papa Will, my elbow drop you. Just gonna let you know that.
What did I bring up? I don't know.
Look, this was eons ago, but you brought something up. It was sounding around. I could be wrong, but go ahead.
Okay, so look, when I was 16, man, I told my auntie I wasn't coming to work in her store no more for $5 a goddamn week. I said I got too old for that shit. And it was right before my grandmother kicked it. So I went with my homie, man, and got my first job since McDonald's turned me down. My homeboy was working at this big fancy restaurant in St. Louis and
Yeah.
and as a dishwasher. So I went there and took that job too. You know, and one night I was at the bus stop. The bus stop was downtown. I was waiting on the bus because he didn't work that night. And some dude walked up next to me, an older guy, you know, turned out to be some kind of pervert. He gonna tell me that, oh man, over here by the arch, man, that's where all the fine girls be at this time of night. You want to go over there and check it out? And all along, and I know you growed up with this story. Girls probably don't do this kind of thing to each other. Where some guy just wants to tell you a nut story. You know, he just want to be blowing your head up with what trying to tell you these sex stories.
Uh,
You know, I know them kind of guys are still out there. So like he thought I was following him over here to go see if we could see some girls that we could hang out with. Like as if I thought that really worked. And then in my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna rob this guy. If he walks me over to an area where nobody's around but me and him, and he tries to pull that old fake ass uh, fag move on me, I'm gonna rob this cat. So I just kept walking with him, man, and he just got stronger and stronger. And then he said, "Man, this is a good spot right here, don't you think?" I said, "Good spot for what?" And then he tried to touch me. And when he touched me, I judo chopped him across the side of his neck and hit him so hard on his ear that it might have punctured his eardrum. I don't know. But I hit the other side and he had both his hands up on his ears. I went in both of them pockets, boy, quick. Wham! Grabbed everything that was in both of them, shoved him over on the ground, and broke. I didn't even go back to that same bus stop. I went all the way over several blocks past where the bus was gonna come and turn around and go back out to it. Went all the way over there and waited for the bus. And I never caught no goddamn buses down there at that bus stop again, man, because I got that cat. And try to pull some little fag move on me. Like, what did he think he was gonna do? Give me a hard on and then, have me put my hands on his hard on and then tell me,
Yeah, I know, but you did the right thing by protecting yourself, and that's another thing. That's why I said I'm gonna save that for another live. There's too many parts to this. Trust me, it's too many parts to this. But at one point, like I said, we all gotta have that common goal, that common knowledge to say when is enough enough. You gotta battle this shit head on.
yeah. Or I know there's got to be some people here, man, that come on here, that are more than just talkers, the doer types that that do have that plan on where they know children are being helped rather than just left out in the street, man. And we need to try to resonate with those kind of people. These just things that to do. Man, I
Yeah.
tried breaking wind on me, boy. I was like, man, don't you know you're supposed to mute yourself? You're gonna be busting forks up in here and shit. God damn. But it wasn't. I get it. It was a car passing by. But you know what I mean? We need to see. There's somebody out there, and I ain't talking about no church, man, because the church.
Church, what?
Maybe I
Yeah,
should.
you got lost for a second, Pop. Got lost for a second.
No, I didn't. I just resonated that what I was about to say is some more truth, and it affects the church. Our churches are the number one causes of ignorance in our society. They still got white Jesus up there on their walls above the pastor's head. So what do you think? I think that guy is trying to tell me when he starts talking about we're all Africans and he don't know where he's from. What do you? No wonder how you gonna confuse me here when you got teachers coming here listening to you, and then they're going home and going to their classes and they're putting that mentally ill shit in the heads of the next generation of our children. They ain't gonna think that they're nobody. I grew up thinking that there's only two things I should be: a crooked preacher or a crooked cop, because that's what I grew up seeing: crooked preachers and crooked cops.
Well, I'm from an era where I've seen more than just those two, but that's neither here nor there, and that's for another live. We'll get
Mm-hmm.
on that. We'll get on that
Damn,
though.
we got all kind of subjects for your next live, ain't you?
Mm, you forgot who you talking to, content man.
No, I ain't. I resonate with you, content man. I'm telling you, I think I talk too much. That's why when I first come in here, man, I just sit in the bushes until you start acting like you're talking to me, like you don't name my name, but it's like, yeah, Papa Will, I know you're sitting down there in the bushes, man. Come on up out the bushes, goddamn. And
Yeah.
then I just feel like, okay, man, I support you, dude, so I'm coming up. That's why I said, Armando and D Truth, y'all know who I am. I don't believe in being lied around near, and I believe in helping. And I don't come around people to stab you in the back. I don't come around you to go talk about you somewhere else. I ain't got no time for that bullshit.
I know, but guess what? I'm a
Mm.
nigga that don't entertain it, so I don't give a fuck what you say about me or how you feel about me. But you gonna respect the fact that I keep it 100 and I don't fucking back down from shit.
Yeah, that's how I am, dude. That's what I'm trying to say is I know, you know, it's hard to say, but if you speak the truth, I'll fuck with you. If you start trying to bullshit me, I'll fuck with you then.
Well, guess what? It's vice versa. If I feel any type of way, even if you didn't fucking say nothing, you just out my circle. That's it.
Hmm. Well, that's what I mean. But that devious me, done been in situations where I had to Motherfuckers out there, like I just told you about this guy. I've had people all through my life come at me that same way. You come at me like we friends, but you trying to get in my pockets? I had my own friends, man. One day my mama left me home for the half a day. I let homeboys come hang out with me, but I had to go to school for the afternoon. Them motherfuckers went back and broke in my damn house. Stole my coat, stole my leather, stole my shoes. And then luckily, when I got out of school and I was walking home, another homie that didn't like them came and told me, "Hey man, Mark Gainey and little homie done broke in your house." What? Yeah, man, they was laughing about it, showing that they got your shit, man. I said, okay. So I turned and went to Mark Gainey's house and went to the side window, and guess what? There was my shit laying on his bed, sitting on his floor. So I climbed in the window and took all my shit, put it in a plastic bag, went through his mama's house to see what she had laying loose, some cash, some change, any motherfucking thing, knife, gun, and took her shit. So how you gonna say anything to me about my shit ain't at your house when I walk up and you over trying to tell me, oh man, I don't know what happened, man, but somebody broke in your house. Mm-hmm. Lying in my face, huh? Well, lie to your face too, then, bitch. But naturally, I got your back. If I fuck with you, I got your back, and that's for life. I ain't no sometime ass nigga.
And I
And that's
appreciate that.
I'm saying that to you and your chat, but I'm saying that to D Truth, Selena, Nat, anybody else that ever hears me speak. If I fuck with you, I fucks with you. And that's what we got to do for these kids. We got to get people that can fuck with them in a comprehensible level and fuck what the school thinks because they're over there teaching them the lies. If you ain't teaching them proper English and math, anything else you might be teaching them might be not the truth. Then not have nothing to do with no white Jesus. That's for damn sure. Because that's the biggest killer of young black people that impressionable age is like 7 through 9 years old. Because at 3, I went to Catholic church and told a nun that Jesus Christ wasn't white, and they threw me the fuck out. Told my mama never to bring me back there again. And my mama thought I must have stole something or did something. And she said, well, what did he do? Said he blasphemy. He said that Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, wasn't white. Now we all know he wasn't white, but back then in 1957, how fucked was I? I was fucked, dude. Jesus Christ was a white man. Damn. I gotta go along with that. I'd have taught my kids that. I'd have fought you on the streets if you'd have said anything less than, yeah, man, it's true. Jesus Christ is white, man. I'd have fought you over that. Because that brainwashing, and that's exactly what children are going through now. It's what their parents went through. It's what their parents' parents went through. It's what their all the way back up the line. Where did it stop? It doesn't. It doesn't. Because one basic premise in our society is you kill off or enslave all the men, rape or impregnate all the women, and enslave all the children in one generation. They won't even know who the fuck they were. It'll be gone. Their whole mind will be erased of who the fuck they were. And that's why they throw motherfuckers in prison. Because they hope that by the time they let your ass out of there, you won't even remember who the fuck you are.
Well, I'm gonna end it on this,
Yeah.
and I stand firm on what I said. At the end of the day, I've been conformed to a certain thinking, a certain way of thinking. I'm just gonna say it like that. And when it comes down to religion, like I said, I don't believe in a religion. I just believe in being religious and that there's a higher power regardless.
Yeah, me too. Salute.
And on top of that, I've been knew the creator had to been of another tone because I broke that down. I was in the church, but I broke a lot of things down in that Bible that made sense. Hence why I took it with me. Even before everything got messed up and construed, I already knew the things that I needed to know. That's it. And I don't defer from nothing. And at the end of the day, I'm not bringing it down to anything but just common logic and knowledge. And the knowledge right now is that we got to definitely protect these kids. And that's how I'm ending this off tonight. Because I'm definitely going, I think I might do a part two tomorrow. We'll see. But I appreciate you popping up too, Papa Will. And I'm going to try to pop up on your panel tomorrow if you are having a panel. So,
Yeah, the link is here, but you know you'll see it. You'll see it whenever they release it. But the link is right there in your chat right there. But I know you'll be there.
yeah, no doubt. You already know that.
Oh yeah, man. I know that. I ain't tripping. You know, be honest with you, man. I'm trying to attract. How do they say it? D Truth and Armando say it. You know, naturally. I wanna grow this channel naturally. You know, because
Yeah.
to me it really, unlike you, it really ain't about getting monetized for no money. Man, I'm monetized right now. I've been monetized for 13 years.
Yeah.
You know, I get paid every fucking month. I ain't worried about, doing, you know, I ain't saying this is fun, but this is professionalism. And my brain is one of them kind, man. If I wasn't, if I was not disabled, I would still be trying to work a job. I'm one of them guys, man.
Yeah.
Age ain't got nothing to do with me. I be thinking about playing football sometimes. I say, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. Don't even ask me why, nigga, because no, you ain't. You know, but
Yeah, since we was lit, I don't know. You just came back in. Um, I'm about to end this in a minute. You know, I just wanted, like I said, I was trying to get everybody else's opinion on that. You know, but the people that did pop up, like I said, is always something. So
man, I
that's
told
what
you
I said.
last night. Man, now that Eve is here, we got Eve and D Truth up in here. Plus, no, you look around, man, you'll have 20 people in here a minute just because they know these two people are up in here. See, that thing done jumped up 3 people just since Eve James walked in the door.
Nah, but you know what? Nah, but it always go up and down. Like I said, I pay attention to everything. I'm almost like a damn surveillance camera. I be on point with everything, but like
Yeah.
I said, I don't be focused on that. I just focus on getting that message out. And the night's message, like I said, and it stands clear. And we might have a part two of that tomorrow. We gotta find ways and really bring fucking real shit to fucking save these kids at one way or another. Because this shit is really getting crucial. The spiritual war is already bad, but then the fact that you gotta worry about this type of fucking physical shit going on, we
Yeah.
gotta fucking eliminate that. We gotta get back as a whole, as a community, and really set the standards one way or another. And this is not a America thing. This is a worldwide thing because there are people overseas watching this. I already know this.
Yeah.
So,
Uh huh. Well,
but you
no,
know,
you know, they 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 might have both had something they want to say. I'll step down so they can talk. Because you ain't really got to go, do you? I don't know why I say that, man, but I'm like, hey, man, no, man, why you got to leave right now, man? I just, I ain't even smoked half of this one yet. Where you going? Where you going? Look at this. Where you going? It's still in the air.
oh man,
And they,
nah, but you know, like I said, I know everybody got things to do in the morning too. You know, so that's why I said I wasn't gonna hold everybody tonight. That's why I went early.
oh, now you concerned with what time we pull the covers up, huh? Okay.
I
I
ain't
get
worried about you because it's still early on your end. I'm
That's what
talking
I'm
about the people.
saying. You know, I'm sniveling and whining over here on the West Coast, thinking, what's wrong with you people out there? You know, my clocks went back automatically. That means we're up an hour later. We're already up an hour earlier than it was last night. Is what I'm getting at.
I know the time went back. I know.
Yeah, so our behavior has to go back with the time. Because next it'll be snowing out there in New York. I know it. But don't you just really love the fact that here it is November and it ain't snowing yet over there? I know.
Yeah, we ain't getting no snow yet. It ain't cold enough yet. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even the whole month of October, it been pleasantly warm. The humidity was not too cold. So once it get to that, then we gotta worry about snow and shit.
Yeah. And last year over here, like after the 20th of December, it started getting colder. But January went ahead and lit up cold, and February and March they got those months. When I learned that that's really when wintertime is. You know,
I hear you on that. Shoot. But
but
this was definite something that we gonna have to do a part two to. So
hey, really though, I believe you. I don't want you to go, but hey, this is your house, like you tell me. But those two people sitting right there, Eve James and D True, if y'all ain't uh, somewhere overly important, see if you can't come to this show tomorrow. Because me personally, this month my shows are gonna be to um, su- support and acknowledge indigenous people.
no doubt.
See how I said indigenous people, the Dodge the hijack? I didn't say African Americans, and I
Uh,
didn't say Indians. I left all three of them hijack words out,
mm,
and just said, tomorrow that's what it's gonna be about, and I'm gonna want to hear everybody that's got a wrench come up and say what you think, plus or minus, share your brainwashing with us, because like you and me just said, Nate, we both realize in the fact that hey, I ain't trying to be up in nobody's church, but I'm a highly spiritual in the motherfucker though. Because all praise goes to Allah, the Most High, from me. But I don't feel like I need to read the Bible not one more time. I read it 5 times already in my life, and I realized what that was about. But I'm talking about now. Let's start getting it out of our heads, because to put this lid on what you're saying. Tomorrow I could say it my way at my show, and then you could come up and say what you want to say about it. But tomorrow, what I want to say is that okay, we want to talk about how we're going to help youth. They was talking about how they was going to help youth in 1950, 60, 70, 80, 90. They were still talking about how to help youth. And I done grown through all of that. And I know that the thing that helps the most is that the people that are older than me help me know what I know. And that's what we have to do for those people. We can't say that the white man is doing this to us for this reason for that long, when in fact we the ones brought the white man over here as an indentured servant. And say, no, man, that ain't what happened. Then look it up. Tell me I'm wrong. But you know me, I like going and getting those motherfucking shows where dude, he did all the research. And I know he's telling the truth because he's saying exactly what I learned. I just don't have to say it no more. So that's going to be my contribution. You feel me?
no doubt.
That's got to be my contribution. Is that I got to talk this angle of us being indigenous people here from the beginning, and talk about what I've learned about how the hijack says it's all been washed over, and I think there's some black people behind that shit. I think the Illuminati, crypto means disappear, can't see, like cryptocurrency, crypto Jews, cryptography, all of those crypto connections mean that what you think and what I think has to agree. And we ain't gonna tell nobody that it's what we're doing. That's the conspiracy. That's dodging the hijack.
No doubt. And like I said, we're gonna definitely top on that tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna hit your panel tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna do a part 2 to this because
I'm clout chasing, man. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers, and I see two people that I know that might not be subbed up to me. I'm just trying to get there. But hey, we can go.
you can cloud chase all you want to a degree, but it don't work. Like it's gonna work one way or another though.
You know, the object is just to keep doing it. You know how you sell a car? It's sell you, and people will buy the car because it ain't about the car; it's about you. So unfortunately, man, I've been overtrained on making it about me. That's the reason why people agree with buying whatever product it is I'm selling. But it's a habit. So I know that if I talk to 300 people, I'll sell at least 20 of them a car. So if I talk to 300 people I don't know, maybe I can get two of them out of that 300 to sub up and stay there. What do you think?
Papa Will, I'm gonna tell you this right now. And I'm gonna tell you this from a younger cat telling it to an older cat. That's not no disrespect level. I just want you to hear where I'm going with this. Grow naturally, grow the way you see fit. But just make sure in the same token you are bringing a message. And make sure your ass don't get strike down. That's it.
Yeah, that strike down. That strike down is like when the judge when they arrested me here in Las Vegas in 2014 and
Yeah.
held me for 4 months without charging me. And finally, the judge said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "I want you to let me go." He said, "I'm going to do that, but boy, I said, "Sir, you let me out of here today, you will die before you ever see me in here again." He said, "What?" I said, "Well, you're already elderly. I don't understand why you still work. I don't, I've been retired since I was 55. I don't know what it is you're doing, but I know this: I will never be in your courtroom ever again in your life." That's why I talk to white people. Try to talk to me like I'm stupid, But anyway,
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I'm definitely doing the part 2 tomorrow. So for those who was tuned in, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I
Okay.
want
Okay. Good night to the chat. If anybody's left here, good night, Eve James. Good night, D True. Good night, Nat, Selena. I hope to see you guys at our show tomorrow. It's our first episode after being struck. Our first show back. And we're about entertainment and education on our channel. So come feel free to watch the show. See what Nate has to have to say on my time. And hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. Nate, I'm out, dude.
no doubt, man. I'll definitely see you in the mall.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, man, no doubt. Shout outs to everybody. Like again, shout outs to everybody who really tuned in tonight. I appreciate those who really took the time and listened to this. I would have preferred to have everybody up here really giving their opinions, but I know most of y'all got things to do. So, but this should be something that should never go over your head, like I said. But we gonna have this part 2 tomorrow. So, like I said, if you was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning family, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Whether you was in here forever or not, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Shout outs to the replay game. You know, this is something that should definitely always be tackled. And that's one thing that's always going to be tackled, at least on this channel. So definitely appreciate y'all. Hope everybody have a safe and blessed evening. Hope everybody has a blessed and productive Monday. I'm lying. It's about to be. It's definitely about to be a Monday in another like half an hour. So I'm gonna just say that. Hope everybody have a blessed Monday. Stay safe, keep your third eye open, and you already know. Until the next episode, we up out of here, y'all. Peace and blessings.